Alright, we should be live. Check the stream is up. Post to the relevant social medias.
I think it would help to boil down a consistent plan of action to unify our various goals. Because so far we've kind of just been going where the wind takes us.
Well, we all have individual goals. You have your god. I am trying to collect items related to the fire god. Also, I want to revive the temple. It changed spot, I think, on the map.
Hell yeah, it did. Your temple is nowhere near where it used to be.
Where? Fuck. I can't even see
No,
it.
there was tectonic shift.
Yeah, massive tectonic shift. On the old map, where is it? Anyways. Ogale, I want to revive that. So I have plans for that. I'm working also like on my own like oops.
Hold on.
What's underneath? Oh.
Let me get this other map out of here. So
there's two like little characters.
This one.
Long has some exploration that he has to do. He has to explore different sites, different biodomes, I guess. Oren has his own thing. I think it's probably heading towards doing a massive coup in Rom. But I'm not exactly sure. I know that he has something against one of the merchant family.
Okay, so if you look on this map here, I'll ping Azith's Rest. So this is the town Azith's Rest, and now Hogale is there.
Okay.
On the other side of the mountains near Winter's Nest.
By the Winter's Nest. And what's that, Winter's Nest?
Winter's Nest is the Arakakra home.
Okay. And then Kern is all the way east.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this new map. It's not the end of the world, but it puts like a canyon and a mountain between Elderich, which is fine, I guess. There's a small road. You have to go through a desert.
Well, nobody can go through Elderreach, so that road is completely off limits. So the traders, to get to Kern, would have to have made a new route, which is that circuitous route through the mountains and the Badlands and all that.
There's one thing though, Taro. One big thing is, I really want us to bring all the strength from every elemental forces together. In the past, like during the Blue Age, when they were fighting, like when there was some big battles and resistance against the Sorcerer King, they united, and we can do the same thing. And it was all the clerics and the druids that allied together to bring resistance. And I think we can do that. But we don't really have the contacts for the hurt cleric, like the leaders. I don't know who is the top air cleric in the world, and I don't think that you've looked for him. Water cleric, I'm not exactly sure either who it might be. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to bring everybody together as part of the big meeting.
Does our group have a name? I think I asked this a while ago.
The Heroes of Tyr.
Yeah. We are the heroes of Tyr.
Oh right, I have a new technique.
And then after that, there's also like I was saying in the text there earlier. We are the symbol of freedom. We're causing some trauma, in every one of those Sorcerer King towns. They're hearing of us. It's putting some ideas in the mind of people, showing them that there's a different option. And so far, like I'd say, like how many years now this has been like started, this entire adventure in game?
4.
Yeah. So for 4 years, Tyr has been not just freed, but has been flourishing. and resisted the attack of 2 Sorcerer Kings and rejected that completely, including one Sorcerer King like casting a fucking giant, what was it, like a Balrog or whatever?
The Ravager.
Yeah, the Ravager casted that, came to attack us with a bunch of giant lizards as well. Massive troops.
The Ravager was a
And-
Tarask in D&D
and-
terms.
Yeah, Taras, yeah. And then how many other adventures have we gone through and succeeded as well? So, you know, we're showing to the rest of the world that there is something else. Now, you know, if we did bring Rom in the mix, and then if we have the help of Kern on top of that, which they have their own independence, like we're putting a line straight through the map. You know, we're putting a separation between Eric and Draj. Draj could be the next. Draj is part of the mission for long. I think what we do is eat at it slowly. You know.
Okay, hang on. I have marked down in the Dark Sun Discord chat the key sub-objectives of our grand plan to make the world not crap, and I would like to know if I've forgotten anything. The 5 points I have shortened this to are: foster rebellious sentiment, so the Sorcerer King's gotta deal with that all day.
Mhm.
Destroy all the defilers, unite the 4 elements, bring back the gods, and purge the stupid evil corruption.
Yeah.
Purge the corrupt
Well,
is kind of
so-
abstract. What does that mean?
Hang on.
Which
Purge
one?
the...
Well, that goes
Sure.
back with the destroy the defilers and all of it.
Yeah, that feels
no,
redundant.
No, not that. Purge the... let me try this.
Well, I think free the populations is probably like free as many large cities as possible. That goes too with killing the Sorcerer Kings. It's like, how do we create that model? Once you take one Sorcerer King, what is the model for them to go by to try to you know, not fall in disarray like Rom did? Well, we did succeed with Tyr, so there's still a leader in Tyr, though. You know what I mean?
King Tithian, loved by the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Titian, though, there's a lot of powerful people around him, keeping him at bay. You know. Hey, they moved the dragon nest too, huh?
Okay, am I forgetting any? I changed purge the corrupt to purge the cronies and like the evil merchant houses and junk like that.
Do you mean Dragon's Crown?
No, the dragon's nest is like just west of Uruk now, when it was like further down south.
Oh,
closer to
yeah.
Tyr. The hidden village, we've never been there yet. That's another village of free people, I think, huh?
Yeah, it is. There are several villages that are just like escaped slaves, people that got out of the system and escaped and were not captured by anyone.
So, like the thing is, like to be able to achieve all these things, we need to be able to raise like power as well. Like it's not just our group that's gonna be able to make that. Like we're kind of key through all that for some of the big battles and things like that, but. You know, I think what we're doing right now, like bringing back some of the elemental forces in the world, like increasing the number of shrines.
What's that organization that the Sun Lady from the books is part of?
The Veiled Alliance.
Veil Alliance. Yeah. They've been doing well too.
The leader of the Veiled Alliance is Sadira, the powerful wizard. She traveled to the pristine tower southeast of Nibene in the Beast Barrens, where she asked the shadow giants that control the tower to give their blessing, and she became the first Sun Cleric.
Oh, well, it's good to know that she's doing well for herself.
That's a really cool
Wait.
location. If you've
Wait.
if you've ever looked
Fire.
into it, the pristine tower is like super interesting. It's this like weird Lovecraftian spire, and anybody that gets any kind of bleeding injury within miles of the tower gets horrifyingly mutated into a Cronenberg monster.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
But Sadira went there, and she got incredible powers. So it's
No,
a risk and a reward situation.
Also, the other thing too is the tower that we liberated, where there was the item that we needed to break. What was that group? You
What,
kinda
the Order?
became,
The Cyanatrix?
yeah. Yeah. So these guys are on our side as well.
The most powerful scions in the land. That's good.
Yeah. So we have Tyr, we have these, we have, potentially the four elements. We have the druids. We have a lot of allies in the world that we've built. We're bringing some coalition. We have Korganard and his friend in Kern.
Aronis.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even like bringing in like Nibene, because Nibene eventually is going to be one of our enemies. But he's an ally right now.
Chris, what are your character's specific personal goals?
Being the right hand of the Lord of Flames.
Okay.
I'm trying to bring the world of fire, man. I'm a fanatic. But
What about you, Logan?
I've had good intention for the rest of the world. Like, I've been spreading the world of flame as well. Like, I think the religion's much bigger now than it used to.
Soon you're going to branch out to a second temple.
Yeah, I have like
Where is that?
no, I'm working on
Trying
it.
to restore the table.
Oh,
man.
right. That idea I had one time. Could I just, like, well, no, because the lava would melt. The lava would harden, would separate from its initial thing.
But I'm working on that, but I also want to bring strength to all of the temples, all the shrines. I'm not the leader of all the shrines. But I'm an ally of Tyr. And I do have the taste of revenge. I want to burn down that magical tree. But also I want to bring down like sorcery kings, and I don't trust one of them.
Okay, I'm getting closer. I'm trying to build a comprehensive idea of our objectives so that we can have a unified plan. Oh, hello, Joe. How are you?
You've been writing there.
What's up, Joe Dad?
Hello, Clarice.
A warm Chianti.
Hey, while you're here, what was your character's particular specific goals?
He wants to build the biggest army and be the champion of the world.
He wants to be strong and have many bitches.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty sure my guy should be still working on an army, or he's
Yeah.
training people and.
Yeah,
Yeah,
training of the
and-
Tyrian military.
We need you. We need your forces.
I'll come on the 5th day to the north.
We're building a coalition. We need a coalition. We need a large force. We got big cities to take down.
Mm-hmm.
In my infinite knowledge, I learned that a long time ago that we needed an army. Started working when I left the team.
Mm-hmm.
In his infinite orcish wisdom.
Yeah.
Long?
There'll be a day when I come back, and I will have that army defined. All the time that has passed.
The holy saints of
Join
the
in
chat.
and save everyone. Shodan.
He's like he's Sigmar.
So long, like you know, at some point you use your magic. I don't know what was that magic you're using to build a giant wall around the tier, the front of tier, like to seclude the temple and all of our other areas.
Mold Earth.
No, Mold Earth is like really low.
No, it wasn't big enough.
I think it was like literally Wall of Earth or something.
Yeah,
Wall
but
of
a bit-
Stone, no.
Wall of stone. So I'm wondering, are Herd Claire capable of doing that same thing?
Probably.
Building walls.
Yeah, because I was
It is
thinking.
a fifth level spell.
Yeah.
No, okay, it's fairly high.
There aren't that many clerics either. You can only find them in certain places.
Yeah. We need to bring them out.
There might be more druids that are capable of using that level spell.
I don't mean to
Also,
interrupt you
think
guys.
you
Just
can,
want
like,
to pop
train
in and
people.
say hey.
Merry Christmas to you, Dodab, and Happy New
Yeah.
Year.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Ninja, where's the card? Where's the card for the belt, the Azure belt? Do you remember?
I could look in my notes for it. I don't know where the card is.
I was looking for it.
At long. Long.
Hot what?
What are your character's specific goals?
I don't think I had many. I already became the Dragon Ball. I wanted to pretty much restore the Tablelands back to its pre-wild state and get rid of sorcery.
Let's see. There was an Azer skin hide armor. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I got the card for that. There's a bunch of Azer stuff.
They're all lofty goals, but heroes gotta have lofty goals, right?
Yes.
Is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't have. No, I have the AG. Oh no, that's AG's. Yeah, where's the card? Can you make one?
Here, I'll just copy it from my notes.
If you don't mind.
Alright, here it is. Azer skin hide armor +3. When you put it on and attune, you become an Azer. Race data sheet is there. Otherwise, it's +2 armor, giving it an armor class of 5. Pretty good medium armor.
Now that I've done that, last thing I would like to do is
Where do you put the card?
I would like to write down.
I didn't make a card. I put it in the Discord.
Oh, okay.
I would like to note down all of our active missions so we don't end up forgetting any of them. I know we have like our own individual goals, but I wanted to write down the larger group, like the current things we're doing.
The current main goal is to assist Aronis and Korganard in bringing law and order to the glowing desert with all the bandit clans by dealing with each bandit clan in whatever way seems most effective and just to your party. Some of them can be dealt with militarily and bombing them with earthquake attacks, and others can be done with charisma and diplomacy or intimidation. But the goal is to try to bring the region into some semblance of lawfulness, because currently it's very chaotic with a lot of banditry and a lot of competing groups fighting over who's going to control the region.
Trying to remember who those guys all were.
Short answer is
Aronis is
Oh,
the
yeah,
Sorcerer
no.
King of Kern.
No, not.
Korganard
no, I
is the Avengian.
Alright, I guess that. I meant the specific groups in question and, like, how diplomatizable they were.
All right. Okay.
It depends on which.
So you've got Ravage, which is the good town, led by Talid, the charismatic bandit lord. It's a diplomatic conclave of bandit lords. They're like veteran gladiators, former Ramite freed gladiators mostly. Then you've got Plunder. Plunder is the elven town controlled by Wraith Chief Evartu. His elves are called Evartu's ghosts, and they are just horrible. They're completely evil. Then there's Wrath. Wrath.
What was his name? What was his...
Wraith Chief Evartu. Wraith Chief
Evartu?
Evartu. Evartu.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I can just paste the name so you can add it to your sheet.
Okay, that helps.
Plunder is the Wraith Chief Evartu. Wrath is Lady Sesti of Uruk. Spoil is Densis the Ever-Living, but it's been destroyed, and he's been sent packing to Elderreach. Ravish, Akiva the Bandit Lord, has been intimidated. Kelslot, the dwarves have not been talked to. Foul Puddle, also dwarves, haven't been talked to. Pillage is controlled by Chilad the Tarek. The village of Pillage is the humanoid village. There's no people there. Winter's Nest is the Arakakra supremacist village. They only like you if you have wings, so basically Ringsight's the only person that can talk to them.
I have to apologize. I'm trying to absorb this all as fast as I can, and I'm only scooping in about 3/4 of the information.
Wings?
Like
And Warwick
But I have
Davis,
been
the leader of the Halfling village.
I got all the names of the
Ninja.
places
Yeah.
and who runs them. I just need to know what they actually...
Taurus has wings.
Oh, nice.
He does?
You
What?
could do diplomacy with the Arakakra.
I can have wings temporarily with dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dragon scale can give me wings forever. They're permanent.
Well, also being more bird-like
Turn 'em
helps.
off.
Like, it's not just
I'm
the
not
wings that
bird-like.
really helps. The more bird-like you could be, the better.
Yeah, I'm not bird-like.
So, like, Morg could shapeshift into some sort of flying bird, and they'd be really cool with Morg.
Nice.
Okay. Besides there... Okay, this is going to take a bit, but I apologize again, because it's going
Hey,
to...
for mine.
Could you just briefly describe each village
Yeah.
in terms of role and / function / its current fate?
So that's an interesting topic, because a lot of the towns have moved.
I don't mean okay, to give an example, it's like Sheep Town provides most of the lamb in the village, and the people are friendly and nice and are amenable to your goals, and etc. etc.
All right.
They don't like the things with the big shoes or something.
I'm going to look at the map here. So Wrath is Lady Sesti of Uruk, and she seems to be encroaching on Draj territory quite a bit. So this is Hamanu's borderland. Hamanu is pushing into Drajan territory hard with these people of Wrath. Then you've got Spoil, and Spoil is apparently Daskanor of Elderreach and his plans to conquer the surrounding regions. So you're helping Kern, but Elderreach also has plans for the region, which you have disrupted by destroying Spoil. And Spoil was right here by Fort Ral, the abandoned fort, so they're kind of in the middle of nowhere, and not much was done to the region by blowing it up.
How did we destroy Spoil?
You flew in with your airship and annihilated it with multiple 8th level earthquakes.
I remember that one.
Oh, you were watching.
It was pretty savage. That town was obliterated. All the low-level people died instantly.
Is Wrath a dwarf town specifically?
No. Wrath is humans from Uruk. Those are the tax collectors that you encountered on the road to Azith's Rest. They've been taking money from the traders and grabbing slaves that would have otherwise gone to Dredge.
Okay.
All right.
What about?
So next up on the
Okay,
map
go.
is Ravage, and Ravage is the good town, and they put it reasonably close to Azith's Rest. So I feel like this is like a really good change on the map. Previously, they put it way out in the glowing desert near Trollgrave Chasm, and that's like the worst place on Earth. So moving it this close to Azith's Rest really brings it closer to civilization. They even put a major road leading to it, which really shows that Talat is trying his best to be a reputable city and not just a bandit lord.
Isn't Azith's Rest where Aronis lives?
No. That is like the head of his merchant house lives there. So that is the extent of his merchant attempts. Like, he's trying to push trade routes into the tablelands, but that's as far as he got. So he wants to expand from there, and you're helping him. Basically, if you add Ravage to his set, that'll be next in his chain, and then if you can add Rom to his set, that would be the next in the chain, down this long and winding road here that goes past Kel's lot. If you could actually get the dwarves on board, they could provide a lot of trade along this route as well. Now that they're here in these mountains, they probably have access to quite a lot of mineral wealth. Way up here off in the back is Pillage. These are the humanoids, and they're barely near a road. They're way off near the mountains here. So they're kind of out doing their own thing, and they get raided by the elves and some other people. So basically, they're just having a hard time, and they're not close to any kind of civilization. But they're monsters, so they're used to it. Up here, we've got Plunder, and Plunder is also, like... Plunder's in a weird spot, because it's way out here in the desert, and it's past all of these weird cracks in the ground. Like an earthquake attack happened out here, too. But they're elves and they're nomadic, so they can wander this entire area here, basically. But it also places them close to the road where they could do a lot of raiding against the merchant house, Azith. And then we've got the Elderreach stuff. We'll hold off on that for now, because like I said, they are sort of like a no man's land. They're Fort Knox. You can't go in there. So now when you go past Azith, it goes way off into these mountains through a mountain pass. There's a little oasis where you can get some water, and it branches off to the north here. And it continues all along the Silt Sea, passing Elderreach. And along this road here, they moved Ravish all the way out here. So Ravish was the first town you went to after Kern, and so it kind of makes sense that they moved it over here. So
Is Kern the realm of Aronis?
yeah, Kern is the good guys. He's got Old Kern, he's got New Kern, he's got Fort Protector, and he's got the town of Azith's Rest that are all under his control.
This map makes Elderic look way bigger.
Yeah. He controls a sizable amount of the Silt Sea, too, around his territory for defense. And it's surrounded on the left and the right by mountains.
Are these cracks over here supposed to be the zombie troll graveyard, whatever?
It used to be on the old map, but they have moved it really far away.
Oh.
Which kind of makes sense, because it is a horrifying nightmare place that would kill everybody nearby, so having the bandits so close to it never made sense.
I thought they were stuck in there, though. Like, I didn't think they waltz around and get outside that big...
Sorry, I noticed a detail just now. Spoil, you said, was the land of Densis, and we blew it up, and I guess he was ruling it on behalf of... Where's his name? Daskanor?
Yes, so Densis seemed like he was doing his own thing, but he was actually a high-level Templar agent of Daskanor. Daskanor sent him to unify the bandits in the way that you have been sent to unify the bandits, just for the other team. So this is still the glowing desert, and even though the Trollgrave Chasm isn't here, it still shows signs of a massive battle, multiple earthquake attacks, and a tremendous amount of the land has been defiled into a salt flat.
Question. So, Densis told us that it was his plan to unify the bandit clans?
No. No, a legend lore was done on him, and it was revealed through divination that he was actually a high-level Templar that was sent in order to conquer all the bandits and the town of Azith's Rest, if he could get it as well. He was laying siege to it when you got here.
Yeah, big bad guy.
Wait, he was laying siege to where?
Azith's Rest.
So wait a minute.
The town with all the water clerics.
Yes.
The one that we got in and we saved, and there were some merchants in there you guys talked to, kind of send us on our way towards Kern.
Okay, but the legend lore told us that Densis was trying to unify the bandit clans, but it didn't. Did it say also why?
Yeah, because he's a evil defiler who wants to take over the region.
Daskanor is paranoid, and a paranoid king fears any rivals or powers that could grow to threaten him, and so he sends out his Templars, and their main job is to control the region to the best of their ability to protect Daskanor. And having all these bandit clans, there was an opportunity for Densis to gather all of their resources and give them to his Lord Daskanor in order to raise his rank.
Okay, so to make it into a civilization with less loss of life and more commerce, but under Daskanor's, with fealty to Daskanor. That's the idea?
Elderich has been trading in silver. Apparently they have silver mines, and they do a little bit of trading through the little town of Siltside. But if they could control the merchant house Azith, they could move their silver more easily through here. So there might have been some sort of economic control going on.
So what's the deal with Ravish then?
Okay, so Ravish is Akiva the Bandit.
What's it?
And she doesn't like us.
What's its deal?
Okay, so Akiva is an idiot. Her group are bandits and rogues. They are ex-slaves from Dradge. And they like to raid the White Mountain Halflings and the Azith Caravans.
Okay, do they do anything specific, or are they just stupid bandits?
They're incredibly stupid bandits. They're like the least effective bandit clan. Also the smallest bandit clan.
And therefore also the easiest to control.
The easiest to bully. They were intimidated. Like when you blew up Spoil, she was witness to it, and so were her troops. And so all of them, even though they're not charmed anymore, they are quite fearful of your power level.
Okay, alright, thank you. What about, Kelslot? What's that about?
Kelslot, they are the dwarves.
Those are the racist dwarves.
Yeah.
Do they want anything specific?
Dwarf power.
Dwarf supremacy.
Did you listen? In terms of, I forget which one I sent to Ninja and which one I sent to the group. I actually have potentially some business with the dwarves in Kelslot, even though I would hate them. They might be able to help me and Ram. Against the Night Runners?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
Wait, the Night Runners are the evil elves, right?
Yeah.
The ghost elves?
Nope. Different groups of elves. So the Evartu's ghosts are a bandit clan of elves that look like they're dead. Their whole shtick is that they are ghosts. They are outcasts that are no longer, quote, alive. And they dress as if they are ghosts. They use magic items to make it look as if they are ghosts. And they basically LARP as undead, even though they're not. The Night Runner.
Day of the Dead, like Spanish Day of the Dead type stuff.
I've got some pretty interesting images that I generated for them. I posted some in the chat. So Evar2 himself, he makes himself look like a very skeletal, demonic-looking, shadowy figure. And his ghost tribe, they also have, like, blackout tattoos with, like, bone, sort of like voodoo-looking tattoos on them.
Okay.
Anyway, so the
Foul
Night Runner elves that we mentioned, the Night Runner elves are in Rom, and they are the Assassins Guild, the Thieves Guild, and the Black Market. And when Rom went to shit, there were a lot of noble houses that wanted to hire them for assassinations, and there were a lot of opportunities to rob merchant houses that were being attacked by each other in the Civil War. And so the Assassins Guild and the Thieves Guild both started making a lot of money. They lost some money in the black market because trade went down because of the Civil War, but they're making so much money in their other two ventures that they're really starting to make moves politically and becoming a rather dominant faction to the point where they might actually, like, if they were supported by an outside faction, they might take over Rom and make it the first Elven city.
Wait, whoa, that was not in the notes.
They're a very powerful faction. They are one of the top 4, equal to the others.
What region are we in? Like, where all of these guys are? What is this called?
The Kern region.
That changes my plan dramatically.
All right. Well, we'll get to that. I'm making a system of easily scrolled and recognizable.
Ninja, I replied to you.
You like that map?
Let me
Isn't
get
it great?
It's
I
a
replied
good.
to you.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Okay. Let me get to the end. Foul puddle. What's its deal?
Good to see you, Joe.
Ah, the gang's together. This is nice.
He's
It
going.
was Christmas, man. I had nothing to do. It's like,
That's-
it's a Hades
That
guys.
was heartwarming for 5 seconds.
Oh, well, I mean, I did. You didn't let me finish. I said I wanted to see how you guys were doing.
Yeah.
I'm still wrapping presents right now.
All right. Foul puddle. What's its deal?
Foul Puddle is also dwarves. There's 2 groups of dwarves.
Okay. Does it work for Kel's lot?
No, they're unrelated. Other than they are dwarves, they would like each other.
Are they also
Totally
dwarf
be part of the
supremacists?
group that we were trying to purge. David.
Kinda, indirectly. They weren't one of the major bandit clans. They wouldn't come to the meeting that Talit is going to try to call.
Is it a wait? Is it so they're not a major bandit clan, but are they like important somehow?
Well, the dwarves are bandit clans, but they are not one of the bandit clans. So the quest basically entails like 5 human bandit clans, and the dwarves are a separate thing. They would not join the human bandit clans because they're dwarf supremacists. So they're kind of their own faction, even though they're not united. They would like each other more than they like the other factions.
Okay, Winter Nest.
The Arakakra.
Yes. Do they like us now? Like, to what degree did that work?
No, they don't like anyone. Like many of the other groups, they're incredibly racist. They look down on people that don't have wings and can't fly, literally and figuratively.
Wait, what do you mean figuratively?
Well, like, literally is like they're looking down on you from up high because they're flying above you. And figuratively is like, I look down on you as you're less than me because you're not a bird.
All I can think of when you say that is just a freaking Vanoss gaming video. You're not a bird. Freaking.
Anyway, they're led by
moving on.
Traka of the Silverack. Arakakra. Boy, that's hard to say.
Okay. And last village, the Halfling Village. That was all it was called, Halfling Village.
Yeah, you've had no contact with them. Few people do. They keep to themselves. There's an unknown number of the halflings, and their forest is quite a bit larger than it was on the old map.
Okay. So now that I have all that, I would like to separately know about the people in charge of the places, the bandits in charge of the various places.
I'm not going to give you that info because you don't know any of them personally.
Okay, then I'll just put down the thing that I have for that. So let me just get this off.
Basically, what I've told you is whatever rumors and scraps of info you might have on them from talking to people around. Now, where we last left off, you were traveling north, and you had just gotten into the glowing desert region. I think I needed the one that's still got Rom on it. That's this one here. All right. So you're flying north past Rom. We were talking about Rom a lot. Oren probably wanted to stop in and talk to some of his people. Hey, Will. Are you there, Will?
I guess I was muted. I didn't want you guys to hear all the scissoring and cutting and taping, but
I'm gonna say that some of your meetings and stuff were retroactively done earlier.
yes,
We just didn't get
I'd
around
like
to
to
filling in the details. So we can say that some of your agents have already gotten to Rom through the trade routes, and they're starting to establish themselves, but it's very new, and they don't have a lot of contacts yet, so they're just getting settled in.
two things about that. One is, you may recall, in that first year off of downtime, where I had spent a lot, 1,000 gold, in setting up the Dunai. The lion's share, like not the lion's share, but the most time was spent in Ram, making agents here.
In my notes, it says you had agents in Tyr initially, and then you added a bunch in Nibene, and then it said that there were some that were infiltrating the trade routes, but it didn't have anything about Rom.
Okay, so there was like a full month of working. I believe we used the carousing, selection in terms of each week you get to roll for contacts generated. And this was done in the year of downtime. I think it was like a couple of years ago at this point.
All right.
But the point is, and I can forward you the money, the receipts basically of how much this was and what was rolled and all those things. But the point is that Rom has some people in it. Maybe the major agents weren't figured out yet, like in terms of who's going to be in charge of it all.
Okay.
But I've already started making like feelers, like the water slaves, the little listeners are already kind of is working. Now, before we go off camera, because we can do a lot of that, the meetings, negotiation, and stuff like that off camera. But several questions. One, in my initial reading of the Night Runners, it seemed like they were primarily a destabilizing force, that they were financially motivated to just keep Ram in a perpetual state of civil war, and to keep on doing, assassinations and whatever to keep their place on the totem pole in a state, in the status quo.
It's very profitable the way it is.
Right. But the way you just said that, you were saying that they could be, like, if there's enough structure there, there's enough there to make them into somehow leaders of this place in a stabilized way.
If any of these factions could defeat the others, they would be the de facto ruler. So they would have to get rid of the High Templar and the Vizier.
Well, right.
The trick to dealing with archdevils is to be just enough of a pain that you make a difference, but not enough of a pain that they invest the bother to kill you.
They could probably bribe the merchant camp, House McKay. They could probably kill the High Templar. And the hardest part is the nobles, because the nobles are such a chaotic, disorganized bunch of people with different goals that it's difficult for the elves to overcome any or all of them.
Right. Well, and I had written that too. I don't know if you saw what I wrote in the Discord on that, but so
currently the elves are playing many of the nobles against each other, which weakens the noble houses, while the elves continue to get richer and stronger.
well, that was one of the reasons why I thought that the only path forward was just elimination of the Nightrunner clan, tribe of elves. Just kill them all. A couple could maybe be turned. I was going to send a couple, if they would, allow themselves to be captured, send it to like Miri Firebow or something like that. They can work in her tribe as bandits off in between Tyr and Uruk. But
the elves are a very
that was my
insular
original plan.
society, and it's difficult to get information about them.
Right. Well,
It would be hard to infiltrate among them unless you have an elfin spy.
Who would trust
Yeah.
an elf, anyways?
well, that's what most people in the Tablelands think, is that the elves can't be trusted. But
Yeah.
I'm different. I've had a lot of relationships with elves over the time, ever
They
since Silver
seduced
Spring.
him. Get him.
Wait, what?
They seduced him. Get him.
Oh yeah, well, especially the Junithu. But anyway, I guess that's gonna stay in my hand, because I was getting ready to go ahead, and I was hoping before we leave to get a meeting with the Grand Vizier of Ram, and maybe we could have a conversation. I don't know if the whole assembled group would do that. If the whole party would go meet the Grand Vizier of Ram, who's in charge of the Templars.
If you showed up
But
in some
if we-
diplomatic capacity as the whole group, the Heroes of Tyr, then that would probably give you a better chance of meeting with the High Templar.
Right.
What are we doing right now, though?
You are
Okay,
currently
right now
parked
I'm
outside of
compiling
Ram.
Information so we can determine this.
I'll explain. Okay.
No, I was
So-
thinking like in game. Where are we at? Like, are we
In game, you are parked at Ram discussing your next move.
Okay.
Look, I
Is
don't-
Rom part of Kern?
Ram is part of the Tablelands, the extreme northern edge of the Tablelands.
Rom is southwest, more west to Kern. It's
But-
past Draj.
right. It goes from the left to right. Tyr, Uruk, something I think, Ram, Draj, and then Kern.
Could you
So-
briefly summarize what it's like so I can have a mental profile on hand?
It was a city of a sorcerer king that died, and since then it's been in civil war, complete disarray.
Why has no one just taken it?
We don't know.
Hey guys, I gotta get off. I'll talk to you later.
See you, Joe. Have a good holiday.
Joe.
Seeing you.
Bye.
Ram
Correct me-
is based
correct me if I'm
on
wrong.
Egypt. Ram is based on Egypt. Their top exports are slaving, silver, and cloth.
Okay, so between Dredge, Tectititle and Dredge, Hamanu and Uruk, and the Nightrunner elves, everybody's been trying to get a piece. Maybe even Nibene is trying to get a piece. Everyone was trying to get a piece of the pie and Ram, make it their own.
Yeah.
So each was supplying forces, murders, destabilizing agents of all types, try to stop the other one from getting the upper hand. And because of that, it knocked Ram into such a civil war that it's just a squabbling ghetto of just everybody's killing each other over scraps at this point. Well, anyway, there's still a lot of people living in Ram.
There's probably sorcerer kings that are secretly backing different nobles.
Right.
You said the leader of Foul Puddle was a client of Kel's Lust.
Foul Puddle doesn't have much information. There are enemies with the Elves of Plunder. There's at least 200 dwarves there.
Okay, that's fine.
They have a big fortress.
I think we need to go and visit those dwarves.
Is Pillage a village?
The village of Pillage, yeah.
Thank you.
A lot of these
All
are
these little
oasis
tree
villages.
icons over here. Yeah. All of
Pretty-
them have around like a few hundred people.
Yep.
on.
It varies a little bit. Winter's Nest actually has a massive population. There are tons and tons of Arakakra.
If I
For
may.
the Aircroc are people that are trying to, like, we're not trying to unify them with it.
No, they're at war with Elderreach. So they've got their own thing going on.
Okay, I'm ready. Behold, I have summarized our current situation in list form,
All right.
like at 9:45.
We not
Okay.
have one.
Can you hear me?
What's up?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So, what I wanted to determine from you guys, and I don't know if you've looked at the Dark Sun Discord channel to see what I wrote there, but if we're going to go ahead and have this meeting before we take off from Ram and continue our path to Kern, but if we do, we should probably walk in with a plan of which way we want to try and push on this thing, if we want to push at all. Now, my original plan, to sum up, was to try to convince the Vizier of Ram that they don't want Hamanu, they don't want Tetitle, they want to go free like Tyr. They want to be trade partners. They
Need
want
alliance.
Well, right.
Form an alliance.
And this alliance is pretty much with Tyr and also Nibene. That it was about their own self-governance and things like that. It was not about having them do tithes to Uruk or Dradge. And while things might be going okay right now, having law and order is better. And for however much you're on top of the game right now, in terms of getting money and benefiting economically off the situation, it would be even better when you're at the top of the totem pole, on the top of the government, over a economically flourishing Ram. So that's like the general part of the pitch to the Vizier of Ram. I don't have a name for him yet, I don't think, or her, whoever they are. But anyway, that was the idea. The other option is that this could be a fool's errand. Jumping in to try and stabilize Ram could be just a total impossibility, that we just dump hundreds of gold, maybe thousands, and time and resources and people to trying to stabilize something that just can't happen unless you're a sorcerer king. So And that so basically means we just bypass this. Don't worry about it. We've got bigger fish to fry than trying to go ahead and do this.
Rom is a big city with 40,000 people living around it and in it. It's got 3 major roads running out of it. One goes to Uruk, one goes to the south, one goes to Draj. This is like a major metropolitan area, and it's based on Egypt, and so it's like Egypt in its height. They're sort of like a priest class and the Templars that runs the show. They have all the secret knowledge. It would be very hard to even get a meeting with the Vizier. So, before you can actually say your piece, we need to determine if you can get the meeting with the Vizier in the first place. So, I need to know who is going. Does everybody go as a party?
Well,
I'm definitely going.
okay. But I feel like we're still jumping the gun when we do that. Do we even want to do this? Like, is this even
Yes.
something that we, as an assembled group, feel is worthwhile?
Nothing wrong with throwing chaos into the plans of the old sorcerer kings.
I do think we need some alliance. Even if it's going to be difficult, like we need some allies, and it's better if there's free cities than sorcerer kings.
Right.
Better that we interfere and none of them get the city than we don't and it becomes another pawn of their stupidity.
But from what little I've gained so far, it seems like if we do nothing, this isn't edging towards one or the other.
Maybe.
Really.
Maybe. But I'd rather make sure that that doesn't happen than leave it up to the whims of fate. I fricking strangle fate and tell it where to go. And then I let it do its thing afterwards.
Okay. So it sounds like from the assembled people here, we're doing this. The next thing is, what's our angle? Well, actually, no, there's only one angle. If we're talking to the Grand Vizier, we're trying to convince him that we're the people to ally with. Whether or not we end up going with him or with the Night Elves, Night Runners, and trying to see if they could be a stabilizing influence, hoping against hope that could possibly even happen. Either way,
We can hope.
it sounds like we have a plan. Okay. So, I guess I'm done. I'm satisfied with our plan of attack.
Okay, so the whole party goes, and how do you go? Like, how are you dressed?
I have noble clothes.
Okay. So Oren puts on his noble clothes, takes off his
not sure if I-
nasty road-worn adventuring clothing.
I don't remember having any of those.
Well, it's a big city.
Would
You can
it
find a
be
shop.
rude
Alright,
if I wear my crown and brought a bush?
I do a disguise self, and I show as a well-dressed myself.
All right. The local shops will sell nobles' clothes for 2 gold.
I disguise myself as me with a sense of fashion.
I'm not sure that helps. All right.
Just a second.
Prestidigitation to clean the robes.
I'm not hiding that I'm I cleric of fire.
And Long, what about Morg?
I guess I will go buy noble's clothes. And
All
I
right.
already have a crown and rod of rulership. So
Yes, you do. That fits.
Okay, so to clarify, our current goal is that we're leaving the bandit situation of Kern to try to meddle in the politics of Rom, to prevent the stupid sorcerer kings from their evil empire nonsense colonization.
That's not true.
Okay, clarify, please.
It's all related.
We're already here.
Yes,
We're stopping on the way. We're not leaving Kern alone. We're maybe a day or two we're spending here, and that's it. And we're going back to Kern.
Okay, we're taking a brief detour to meddle in the politics of the
Kern is like 15 or 16 days away, according to this new map. So it's a bit of a trek.
Oh. Okay.
All right, so Moore goes to part of the nobles section of town where some fine clothes are sold. You get yourself the local Egyptian-looking fashion sense, so that you're well dressed and proper.
Hey, Long.
Yes.
I added something to your magic tattoo sheet. Okay, you can move it. I just want to give you that.
All right, so then you travel to the Ivory Palace and you seek a meeting with the Grand Vizier. All right, his attendants at the Ivory Palace, they're going to scrutinize your group. Everybody roll a charisma check. If you are wearing noble clothing, you can roll with advantage.
How much does noble clothing cost?
2 gold.
Okay, I spend 4 gold for super noble, 5 gold for super noble clothing.
Yeah, you can only spend 5 if you want, but it doesn't get any better than the 2 gold version.
What's the bonus it gives us?
It will give you advantage if you're wearing noble clothing. It will give you disadvantage if you're a dirty adventurer. Or at least have the appearance of noble clothing from a magic spell. That works too.
I get a 19.
Ooh, 19. That.
Wait, can you make like another chat room for dice rolls so I don't litter the Dark Sun chat every time I start trying to roll things?
I usually use the character creation chat.
Okay.
Do all my dice rolls in there.
I got a 19.
19's good. It's usually a DC 15 to pass.
Okay.
19
Channel
more.
Divinity.
Oh, what?
I said Channel Divinity.
Oh, I heard you. I'm just like, why are you trying to channel divinity while trying to persuade someone?
Because I have the power of an emissary. Okay, I know I have an advantage. I'm using luck. That was terrible all the way through. We're doing that again. There we go. That's better. 35. I am an emissary of peace, meaning I get a +5 for being persuasive.
Nice. Well, you pass with flying colors. They'll definitely let you in. Grimorn, what was your roll?
19.
19. Did everybody pass? Will, did you roll?
I asked for someone to roll for me. If I get in, great. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. I'll just
I rolled for you.
be stealthy.
I rolled a 2 and a 20, so with advantage you pass.
Lol. Lol. Where'd my luck stat? There it is.
All right, so that gets you entrance to the Grand Vizier, and then you say a bunch of the stuff that you had said earlier. Does anybody else want to add? Like, the Grand Vizier, he is very receptive. He is going to say, I am happy that this group from Tyr has visited the great city-state of Rom. Since your leader has destroyed ours, we have been in great disarray. But I hope I can count on your aid in these difficult times to restore order to my realm.
As an aside, it was Sadira who killed.
Yep. After
No.
acquiring the power of the Sun Cleric, she laid a trap for Abalak Ra and defeated her.
Impressive.
So
Interesting.
I'm gonna bow low. Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one. I'll watch from the light.
Well, so I bow low and thank you for receiving us and giving us an audience.
The Grand Vizier is an older man. He gives no name. He is only known by his title, the Grand Vizier.
Okay. Well, just because this is a sake of Orin, Orin's going to ask, I am Orin of Tyr, born of Altaruk. What is your name?
I am the Grand Vizier.
Okay, that may be well. Um, I was hoping to ask you what are your hopes and plans for the future? What does the future of Ram look like to you, Grand Vizier?
Well,
In the best case of all futures.
these are difficult times. He doesn't want his city to fall into the hands of the Dragons. And he doesn't want his city to fall into the hands of Hamanu, of Uruk.
What do you want to happen to your city?
We agree with that.
So he's in a tough spot. Because he needs allies, but he needs allies that don't want to enslave his people.
Well, you've come to the right
But it
place.
sounds like our interests align perfectly.
Yeah.
Your vision of the future is our vision of the future.
And we are also looking for trade partners as well, and military partners, because just as the city, we are as much at risk of being attacked by Draj or Eldritch or Eric.
Yeah, trade is not that big an issue. House McKay remains the strongest faction in the area with the biggest military.
But I also understand that you paid levy to Boris the dragon.
We do as we must. We do trade in slaves here. It is not forbidden as it is in Tyr, as I have heard.
Would you like it to be a city where there aren't slaves, or you're content?
I fear that if we
choose
did not
Lance
pay the
over-
tithe, then we would draw the ire of Boris. If the dragon were to descend on my city, the 40,000 residents of Ram would be laid waste and consumed. Better to sacrifice 1,000 lower slaves than to risk losing all of the people of Ram, is it not? Could you see it any other way if you were a practical man?
I suppose
I
that is
see.
an argument, but one could also argue that he hasn't done that to Tyr, so why would he then do it to Ram?
Ah, but did you not know that the tithe is paid by the others? What Tyr refuses
Yes,
to
I
pay
did
has
notice
fallen
that.
on the others.
Look,
And why not let them pay it, though, if they like to claim their allegiance to Boris?
So technically Ram has been giving more than 1,000 slaves. Maybe like 1,200.
we can discuss that more later. Perhaps.
So the Vizier, he's diplomatic, and he is going to roll a pretty good 27 persuasion. And basically, he's going to try to persuade you to aid him and his faction in overcoming the others. He says the nobles need to be brought to heel, and Merchant House McKay needs to be weakened so that it doesn't threaten the control of the realm. And the elves, the elves need to be stopped. Their continued assassinations and thievery have undermined the authority of the realm.
No argument here. You don't need to persuade me.
If you
But,
could bring these three other factions to heel, I would be able to maintain control of the city, and then our alliance could become more secure, and the trade routes would flow with gold.
Grand Vizier, how's your do you have a positive relationship with the mercenaries that were here? We recently came into contact with some of
Wyvern Riders.
Yeah, the Wyvern Riders. Do they work with you in trying to stabilize the city, or
No.
what is your relationship?
Wyvern Riders are mercenaries that are often hired by the noble houses. The Templars do not have any Wyvern Riders among them. We traditionally will use Chariot.
Wait, what are your Templars doing?
Chariots driven by Kanks. Our
Well, the
Templars
Templars
are
are
establishing order. We are the Knights
No,
of the
I mean,
This
Realm.
is the police force.
Yeah.
Establishing
The Templar-
order for who?
Themselves, for the High Vizier. The Grand Vizier
Oh.
and his Templars. So the
How
Grand
are they
Vizier
getting
is the
power?
former High Templar of Rom, sort of the way Tithian was the High Templar of Tyr.
Okay, so they're just operating on a like next chain of command kind of thing now that the Sorcerer King is dead.
Yes. Although
Right.
the others have not accepted my rule. The nobles, they each vie for control. They say that the Templars no longer have the power of Abalak Ra behind them, and therefore they should be cast down and cast out. But we are the true authority in Rom.
Well, I don't disagree. As much as I, well, actually, hold on. Quick sidebar. How much do we remember about how Abalak Ra ran things? I mean, I'm guessing she, whoever they were.
So Abalak
Was,
Ra pretended pretended to be a human politician, and she was the previous Grand Vizier. So that was her title as like in human form, she was the Grand Vizier politically here. And so like it's sort of passed to this Grand Vizier as the vice president of sorts.
So, but the way she ran things, I mean, clearly she was cool with like House Alexa and the slaving and everything.
She was fairly hands off. Since it's like Egypt, the priest class in Egypt was really in control, and the pharaoh was sort of left to their own devices and given busy work. So Abalak Ra, she wasn't being given busy work by her priest class, but she was definitely doing her own Sorcerer King thing, and her priesthood was doing their own thing to run the state, and she didn't care so much about the day-to-day running of her city, because she's an immortal. She's got bigger things that she's interested in.
Okay. Well,
So then
So-
are the Templars like her their class of running stuff.
They used to have divine magic as Templars, but now they're just sort of fighters. But they're still fairly
shoot.
powerful.
oh, that does change things. They don't have any magic.
They're like clerics that have lost the ability to cast spells.
Yeah, they lost their source
Holy
of.
crap.
They lost their pool of magic when they lost their Sorcerer King.
So that puts them on the back foot. They're weaker than they used to be, which is why the others don't respect them as much.
Yeah, the Templars.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because they used to be the Paladins and the Warlocks.
They are definitely ready to come with us.
Oh yeah, they're quick to
Because
make the
they've
alliance.
lost, like,
They
everything.
need your help.
What was the last sentence?
They need our help.
They're quick
Oh,
to join the
why?
alliance.
Yeah, but
Well,
why?
right. I mean, they've lost like not everything, but darn near close to it.
Well, let me ask you a
They're
question.
desperate.
Who is the god of the city?
The worship of Badna is practiced here.
The frick is bad now?
Badna, the great deity.
And what powers does she bring to the priests here?
I have to look this up. Hold on.
Hey, where you're going was exactly what I was trying to come up with a way to introduce. Like, if your priesthood could go ahead and infiltrate the ranks of the Templars, great way for fire and air. Great way to bloom your ranks and also return some powers to the Templars.
Yeah. We can show them the practices of the fire.
I don't
and
think
the,
they would be able to jump in as level 8 or whatever it was, whatever they were, but
No, they start somewhere.
they start somewhere.
So here's a note. Skipping over the obvious topic of Badna, which seems wholly an artifice of Abalak Ra, we are left with an Indian port. I think specifically that the Mughal Empire in this, it is hard to ignore an obvious and strong mytho-cultural link to Nibene, as the Khmer Empire had major arteries of cultural influence from India. But what are we to find in Ram? The Upadana, to me, are rather direct parallels to Buddhist stupas, which have been obviously crassly co-opted by the Grand Vizier. What gods or religions were these stupas once dedicated to? In my opinion, Ram is one of the least developed city-states, which is a shame, as it seems it could be quite fascinating. Bottom line, to me, it needs a lot of work. Okay, so Badna is a religion that Abalak Ra created. The god Badna doesn't actually exist. The divine magic came from her.
Yeah.
But that is the religion of this city, and many people still practice it.
Well, I'll ask, and what would you say if we teach you the practice of the real gods of this world?
There are no
Powers,
real
right?
gods. What do you speak of?
The Lord of Flames.
Ah, the elemental gods.
Yeah. I am the Grand Priest of the Flames. And here we have a Paladin of Air. We've allied together. And we've been able to go across the world and fight some of the hardest foes, but without your sorcerer kings, you lost all your powers. The only true gods are the elemental.
Well, for now.
You can believe in your own gods, but we could help you regain some power if we can find some people that are gifted with the elementals a part of your group.
I'm looking to see if there is any clerics in Rom. How do they see religion? I think religion was probably banned under Abalak Ra other than the worship of Badna. And so there might not be a lot of religious activity here in town.
No, but maybe they have some people that are gifted.
Maybe the clerics of Badna would reconsider,
Yeah.
or the Grand Vizier can lift that ban as the new leader.
Who might want to have some of these powers? They would have to go through a trial to see if they have the touch with if they are in touch with the elemental world. But if they are, we could teach them, and I could help with that.
The Grand Vizier says the people are fearful of fire clerics. The flame, it runs out of control and burns the green fields. Rom is a green city with a tremendous population, and if our fields were to burn, it would be the doom of us all. So many people are superstitious and unwilling to tolerate fire clerics. They're unwilling to tolerate other clerics either. The sacrifice of air clerics has been known to happen here. They believe they are the cause of a plague.
That won't do.
So these people are superstitious and anti-elemental religion in general.
I think they could just do with some exposure. What's the first spell you learn there, Grimorn? The cantrip is control flames, right? So you could just you could actually put out fires.
Yeah.
I can control the flames. I can bring them down, kind of like I can bring them up. But it's a matter of trust, and it's a matter of being in touch with the elemental world. And frankly, there are some crazy fire clerics. I won't deny that. I met many of them. But some people like me are quite in control. If you take a look at here, we have the biggest shrine of all.
And we have not burned down our fields.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's again something else that we can discuss at a later time.
The Grand Vizier is going to say that he believes that the nobles are being backed by the Sorcerer Kings. He thinks that Draj is backing one of the more powerful noble houses, and that Ulrich is backing one of the other more powerful noble houses in a tug of war. And because they both have external backing, they've both been difficult to bring under control.
Let me make you an offer from the Shrine of Fire. I will take some of your emissary and bring them to the temple and present them to our clerics and see what they think of it. That's just an offer.
You suggest an exchange of cultures and minds? I could send some pilgrims to witness and report back.
Absolutely. That way we don't force anything on you. That way you can explore, some of the different sources of power. You can potentially build some trust into the Lord of Flames. But in exchange, we can help you as much as you want here, and we can bring any of your enemies down.
Well,
Limited damage to the city, but
yes, that was what I was going to get to. Was we will require no convincing on your behalf to do that. However, so maybe just free reign to operate without interference from your Templars would help me and my associates accomplish the task that you ask. However,
He's going to wave his hand in a particular way, and an assistant off to the side rings a bell, and a side door will open, and a messenger will come in, and he will pass a message to have a unit of Templars readied for an expedition to bear witness and travel with the adventurers from Tyr to learn their ways. And after a while,
well, that's actually interesting.
After a while,
Okay, so
10
you're
Ramite
suggesting
Templars
that-
will arrive.
So we get like a squad of, however many Templars to go with us. Now, okay,
He's going to have your airship loaded with supplies for them.
oh yeah,
oh,
if you want
with
to,
us over. We're not quite ready for that right now, sir. We will be in touch, of course. We're going to. We have other issues that we are attending to that are quite pressing. Not to say that Ram is not pressing, but we were already previously engaged, and
It is
we will
no
need to
bother.
come back.
I can stand to deal. I can spare these men. They are not my best men, of course. I can't spare my top lieutenants, but I can send some lesser Templars. They lack power, but they have motivation, and they will be loyal. They will do no trouble upon your vessel.
well, they can work on our vessel, and we have clerics of all elements on our vessel, so they can get in touch with them.
I will instruct them to. I will instruct them to treat your word as law, and so long as it does not conflict with their duties to Ram.
Okay. Well, that is most gracious, Grand Vizier. We will treat them as our family, and that, I'm sure that raises some eyebrows amongst either him or the Templars themselves. But just so you understand, we will come back to try to assist in the stabilization of Ram and the creation of our new relationship between Tyr and Ram. However, I want to be forthright in saying that we are not going to be able to deal with these noble houses and their
Elves are not a
relations
noble
with
house.
Uruk and Dradge right away.
No, I understand. I just wish that you will be made aware of these things, and since we are allies, you might consider us in your dealings in the future so that you can work towards our mutual goals.
What are your what are your main sources of revenue in the city?
Ram trades in silver and cloth. We make many fine fabrics from the fibrous plants that grow in the surrounding region.
He's already learning. He didn't mention the slaves again. So anyway, I didn't say that out loud. It was only telepathic. I guess the last thing is I would like to work closely with um, your financiers in relation to these nobles. Um, okay, I guess the last question is, so you're the Grand Vizier, and you have the Templars, and the Templars hold power still, some sway over law and order in Rom. But okay, are there courts? I know that in some cities, the Templars act as judge, jury, and executioner. Um, what what good would it do to prove that these nobles, or is it already common knowledge that they are under the sway of Hamanu or Tectatitle?
No,
Is there
he only
any-
has rumors and suspicions, but he believes that the main factions are being funded externally by agents of Uruk and Draj.
Okay, so if that were to be made public, provably, would that matter at all? Like, would the public even care?
Proving it
Would it
probably
matter in
wouldn't
the eyes
matter.
of the law?
No.
It's not like we could, imprison members of that house for this proof.
It's a Game of Thrones, and only power really matters. The house with the
Power is
most
power.
the house with the most mercenaries and the most financial aid from these external great powers is going to dominate. And the lesser noble houses, they will go with whoever is dominant currently. So many of the lesser noble houses have remained somewhat neutral and side with whatever major noble house they are more closely associated with. If we could remove the two difficult noble houses, then the other neutral noble houses might fall in line.
Right.
However, I am loath
See-
to employ the elves. The unlawful assassins and thieves steer clear of my Templar agents. Not that I would want their services anyway.
So, of the three things that you mentioned, the elves and the nobles and I forget them. Which one would you say is the most pressing that we should be dealing with?
He doesn't see the elves as a big problem. They're opportunists. He thinks the main problem is the nobles. If he could get rid of those two main nobles, he would. He thinks that he would be able to gain control of the city.
And
But-
those two nobles, you don't believe that there's any chance that they would back you, or they should just be eliminated?
They have become rebellious. They refuse to pay tax. They refuse to bend the knee to the Templars. Each of
Oh,
them
wow.
wishes to rule this city on their own. So, if either of them
So it's like
wins,
that.
they will be a puppet of the state that controls them and paid them. So if the one noble wins, then Uruk will
That's
be in
pretty
control
far.
of Rom. If the other noble wins, then Draj will be in control of Rom.
So that really requires, like, if not all-out conflict, certainly we're talking elimination of the heads of those houses. And crucially, it's also odd if this has been the state of Rom for so long, years, and these heads of houses know who the opposing houses are, and they've been employing the Night Runners for these years. They haven't been successful in taking out the other.
Nope. The nobles are well defended.
Okay.
Since the Civil War started, they've gone into hiding. Locating them is difficult.
Okay.
And when they are
Well-
moving in the open, they often move with force. Armies.
Right.
The typical noble house has many, many wyvern riders and other mercenaries in their employ. Maybe
Okay.
not as many as House McKay. House McKay employs at least 600 troops in their army.
Wow, that is quite a sizable army. I think I have no further questions.
All right. Well, that's a successful diplomacy in Rom. You didn't actually accomplish much, but you set the ball in motion.
Yeah, well,
Are we taking his observers all the way to the Rolling Desert to show them the power, how we deal with the bandit clans?
Yeah, they're just going to
Right.
tag along.
But Ninja,
I would like to go ahead and do an insight check. I'm not the best at it, but it does seem like he's being absolutely sincere and everything there.
All right.
I'll roll. I mean, you can roll for me, but if anyone else wants to, I'm saying, do any of you get a sense that, and this can be telepathically during the actual meeting, that he is hiding anything of any sort? I think that he's completely sincere, and I'm saying that telepathically during the meeting.
I'm gonna attempt. I get a 23 on insight.
Okay. With a good insight over 20, you sense that he's sweating a little bit. Like, he might be the weakest faction.
Oh, okay.
I think we can expect that the most desperate people think the most.
I don't
Mr.
think you-
Vizier,
I don't-
you wouldn't be trying to lie to us, would you?
Of course not.
Okay, you don't even know that. You haven't done an
But here's
insight.
the thing.
I'm messing around.
Okay, but
Well, I'll tell you.
go ahead.
I'll tell you. I don't think he's lying, but he's not telling us the truth about maybe standing in the city. I think that they might be in a disadvantage, but at the same time, we have an ally, somebody who's willing, has been in leadership, and we need a leader in that city. We're not there to just make even more chaos.
Right.
So,
I feel like his goals, and also, I mean, actually, well, wait a minute. Before we go, maybe we should try to get an audience with an agent, a speaker for House Mackay, because if you read in my original dossier or case notes on this, my thinking was that House Mackay would be the one who has the most, where our goals align the most well. Because after all, we're trying to be trade partners and expanding this.
Is that the house that you don't you have problems with them?
Well, the Vizier said
I got that wrong
Mackay-
last week. I said it was McKay, but it's Wavier, right?
Oh, so it's
Oh, is
not.
it with you?
Is it the house that you're hand me with? Like,
Yeah. When I was looking in my notes, it says Wavier. So your bitter enemies are House Wavier of Balak and not House McKay. So you could get
have
along
to
with
do
these
that.
guys better than you would those guys from Balak.
Okay. Okay. So
My
you're
heart
not.
hurts
You're,
now.
well,
I thought you hate merchant houses in general, though.
merchants' houses, anyways. Like, are we really do a conflict with a merchant house? Are they gonna want to take over a town, anyways?
Aren't all the merchant houses are more or less neutral, though, right? Like you don't.
They're
Do
in their own
politics.
interests.
House Salaxa are evil to the core, so they're not all neutral.
Okay.
Well, because the Slaxa primarily deals in slaves.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
there's that, but I was talking more like they don't align with any of the sorcerer king. Like they don't want to be part of really, like with Urig or Dradge. Like, they wouldn't want to be specifically under a sorcerer.
By the way, Salaxa is primarily based in Dradge, aren't they?
Yeah, that is the Dragon Merchant House. They export slaves and hemp and grain.
Now, also, Wavir was based out of Balak.
Yeah. So
But,
they're sort of Greek,
they have a big
and they import obsidian in large quantities.
And they're all the way down south, no?
Yes, and they're the southernmost part of the Tablelands.
No. I thought Wavir Mackay was the main exporters of obsidian.
Let's see. House McKay exports slaves, silver, and cloth.
Well, all right then, fine. Wavir is a big into obsidian.
Yes, that is their only trade is importing obsidian by the ton.
Well then, shit. I really want to set them down.
Well, we know,
Well, shit.
they make weapon out of them, but we also know that it's a big resource for the Sorcerer Kings.
You know
Right,
that
that's one big reason
Androponus
why.
has been building up his armies to control the Southlands.
Yeah, we know that.
But hold on, don't they source a lot of the obsidian from the dwarves up by the Road of Fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we had them stop doing that once we thought that we did teach them the reason why the Sorcerer Kings were buying it so much.
There's a lot of obsidian out there, though. He can find other sources.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to actively contribute to them destroying the world.
Yeah.
That's a long way from Balak, too. So he'd probably have other
So-
sources that are closer.
At least we've, kind of blockaded that source, and we can work on, throwing up those defenses that way. However, okay, so before we go, do we need to meet with House Wavir? That's not a meeting that I can stomach.
House McKay.
That's
House
for
McKay
sure.
is here. House Wavir is far away.
Okay, which is it? You keep switching back and forth.
No, it's McKay here.
McKay here, Wavir,
is
and
in
Balak.
Balak is in. Oh yeah.
And Wavir is your enemy.
Yeah,
McKay
so-
is not.
And McKay was here in Rum.
Yes. House McKay is here in
now we're
Rom.
back to my original plan, which is that we were going to meet with House McKay and point out that we think our views align, our hopes and dreams, our visions for the future align. Is that something that we want to do before we leave for Kern? Because I suspect that not like they're going to go ahead and give us people or troops or money like the Grand Vizier did, but it might be an important thing to have a conversation about now and start the ball rolling.
What is their intentions, anyways? Here.
Well, basically just to not stand in our way, because
And what do we
Again-
need to ally with them, anyways? They're just a merchant house.
well, I suppose that they wouldn't necessarily seek to stop us. It's not like look in any conflict, in any discussion, it's important to have people who are on the same side talking the same language and communicating together. So if indeed, like, I don't know if the Grand Vizier already has an alliance, basically, or in terms of like terms with House Wavir, but it would be good for. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe the less we talk, the less we play our hand in front of the nobles and the Night Runners.
Do you want to ask the Vizier for his input about House McKay, since he lives here?
Sure, we can say we're part of the same conversation.
All right. The Vizier, when asked about House McKay, will tell you that House McKay is a powerful faction within the city. They have always been numerous militarily, and they're rather merciless and cutthroat when it comes to business, which has allowed them to defeat and unseat House Comus, which was the former merchant house of Rom. Now that they are in power, they have consolidated this power quite well. They had a very successful military campaign against Comus using their very large army of mercenaries. They took over vital trade.
Getting there. Why?
He was saying how he's going to prevail him.
Yeah.
They are an interesting combination of ruthlessness and caution. They treat more powerful rivals with intense respect, but they steal trade routes and even engage in open combat with weaker houses.
That just sounds like being a bastard.
He'll tell you their leader is named Katyana. Katyana is said to be a mysterious woman. Nobody has ever seen her face, though her eyes are purple.
Interesting.
Come on, their eyes aren't able to see their face.
She wears a veil.
Talking about, like,
She wears a veil that covers her face, so nobody has ever seen it.
Sounds like a defiler to me.
They are in competition with House Vorden and Salaxa, which have both been putting pressure on them of late. Urging them to join the rebels seeking to overthrow me.
Bottom right. The power.
And what are the chances that that house might be
Out of the button.
allied with potentially like a sorcerer king from another town?
Vorden is from Tyr. Salaxa is from Dredge. That's an interesting note.
No, I got it.
So House Vorden of Tyr has been applying a lot of pressure to McKay to join the rebels. Since you are from Tyr, maybe you could put pressure on House Vorden to stop that. It goes against my my objectives here. We need to withdraw support from these nobles so that they can be brought to heel. What do you think? Are you interested in helping him against House Vorden? Do you think you can put some pressure on them back in Tyr?
Yeah, what's our relationship with them?
You don't have any relationship with them. You've never gone and talked to House Vorden.
No.
That is the merchant house of Tyr, though. It might be a conflict of interest. If you help him, it would be weakening Tyr. But if you help House Vorden, then it's going to help one of the nobles instead of the High Templar and the Vizier.
I'll leave that for Will to decide. This seems to be his area of expertise.
Yeah, he's a lot more involved with the merchant houses in Tyr.
House McKay has many assets if they could be convinced to side with the High Vizier. We could probably secure control of the realm against the nobles.
I think lay down. And he's going on the floor.
So, some complex politics at play. Various merchant houses, various sorcerer kings that are all working on gaining a foothold here.
Hey guys, I am enjoying this immensely, but I'm gonna need to go hang out with my kids.
Okay.
And because I promised. But I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna keep involved, especially through Discord in this. I'll pop back and forth when I can over the break and do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. But I'm gonna be stepping away like chat-wise for a while here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good one.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
I will stay involved a little bit here. I'll just keep it open.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Bye.
All right, so you've learned a lot about Rom and about the factions, and you've got potential quest back in Tyr to talk to House Vorden on behalf of Rom. If you could cut off the funding to one of the two big nobles, that would weaken one of the factions.
Was it just that the merchant house is giving money to the nobles, or what was it?
So what he said is that House Vorden has been putting pressure on House McKay to lend its aid to one of the noble houses. So House Vorden is
House
pushing the civil war further.
Okay.
I'm not sure what putting pressure means. Political
What it might
pressure?
be.
Maybe they're just bribing them? I don't know. I'm also not sure why it benefits Vorden.
Yeah, except for causing some trouble. Maybe it's
There a
just
window?
it might be just a conflict between the merchant houses.
Is there a window in this room?
The palace of the Grand Vizier probably does have stained glass windows.
I mean, a window I can see through.
No. That would allow assassins to have a clear shot, and that would not work out well here.
Thing broke for a second.
Window burn.
Oh yeah, I think we're good here.
All right.
Be on our way back to Is
We can go back on our adventure towards past Dradge and get back into the Fort Ral area.
All right.
Ravage. And all.
So you've got your 10 Templars in tow, and they're going to travel up to the airship and find a spot in the hold with all of their supplies.
What I would like to do with them, Ninja.
Yeah.
I'd like to bring all of the clerics that are on board of the ship, and I want them to get with these Templars to try to get them to be more familiarized with elemental clerics.
Yeah.
And introduce them to their magic and see if there's a potential in any of these Templars.
I know you have air clerics and you've got fire clerics. Do you have... You do have a dwarf that can do earth magic, right?
Yeah, we have her. We have all elementals, and we have one druid.
Who's your water cleric? I'm trying to think.
The water cleric, we got it at the same time we got
In Azeth?
air cleric. Yeah, like
Oh, by the way, I thought of a diabolical plan to do while we were here.
Yeah.
If the meeting is over.
Yeah. You're headed to the airship at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna use the power of the Dream Stone to find all of the air clerics in the city being blamed for the plague and communicate to them.
There is not one. You do not find one.
What? None?
None.
they have fled persecution?
They're persecuted to death?
Well, a couple got burned and the rest fled.
Right.
don't
Hey,
blame
hey.
it on Lord of Flame. I'm not the one. We're not the one who caught
The Lord of Flame does not condone this burning specifically. It was very nice smelling, though.
All right.
Dang, I hope it built some kind of resistance. And
You board the airship, and you begin flying to the northeast. Continuing on your course towards the Kern region, you're moving towards Dradge. You're passing the mountains with Kelslot on the far side. Moving towards Wrath. When you get out over the open desert, your spotters are going to spot something.
What do the spotters spot?
So it looks like there's the site of a battle, a bloody mess down on the ground there. Do you want to stop and investigate it?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, let's get closer.
You park the airship. Are you going to descend on the flying carpet?
I can go look first if we want to.
Yeah, do that.
Arcane Eye reveals
Okay.
me the secrets of like a mile away.
You send your arcane eye down among the battlefield. You can see it looks as if this was a large group of people and animals. Probably a bunch of kanks, a bunch of riders, some cargo, but everybody has been torn to pieces. Even the kanks are dead.
But by what?
Sitting among the bodies, there is a strange pile.
Does it look like?
It looks like a large egg.
Interesting. Butterfly, come! It's time for din-dins. It's pre chewed for you. Come on.
While you're watching it, the egg cracks.
Oh no. Maybe not move from this position.
Slowly but surely, cracks run along the large egg, bigger than an ostrich egg, probably. Eventually, it bursts open, and out pops a creature that looks vaguely familiar. You recently encountered a nightmare beast. And the nightmare beast that you encountered was a horrifying monster, but you did defeat it. Your party caught it unaware while it was sleeping and killed it before it was able to really do much of anything. This appears to be the egg of a nightmare beast, but something is wrong with it. When it emerges, it's in a leathery sort of sack of some kind. But then it sort of unfurls, and you realize that the leathery sack is in fact leathery wings. And the nightmare beast has all of these pimples all over its body that are sort of swelling up, and some of them begin to burst and ooze.
I'm gonna use a sending spell.
And who do you send to?
This creature. I'm gonna see if that works.
It is a newborn. It has no concept of anything.
Frick. Okay, never mind. I'm going to go down to confront this creature on Butterfly
Ah.
and cast Intellect Fortress on myself.
When you arrive, the creature is feasting on the bodies.
I will move towards it non-threateningly.
It's eating voraciously, and everything it eats seems to add to its mass. It's growing bigger as you watch. At this rate, it'll be a matter of minutes before this thing is the size of a full-grown one. What kind of a mutant is this?
Yes. Throw a fireball at that fucking thing.
You hurl a fireball at the creature. Roll damage.
Burning that thing to death.
Oh shit. I got a nat 20 on its saving throw.
Yeah, well, does it beat 25?
Let's see. I'm going to only give it half of its normal stats, so it only gets +4. A 24 does not make the save. It was close, though. Could you believe it? It almost resisted.
Very impressive for a child.
Yeah, this infant almost resisted.
I'm going to re-roll the ones and twos. So 1 and 3. Oh shoot. I hate these fucking cards. What did I roll? 4 and 5 plus 5. 51 fire damage.
51. Very good.
I would like to approach it and then use Lay on Hands.
What?
You're
Not
gonna
that
heal
many
it.
lay on hands, just a few.
They're talking about this is like a fucking creature.
Yeah, but I don't know why the Nightmare Beast was evil.
Ringsight, you approach the creature and it gazes upon you with its eye of horror. Roll me a
Do I
DC
know- wait, did I
19
know that it has an
charisma
eye
saving
of
throw.
horror? Wait, hang on. Did I already know these things have an eye of horror?
It doesn't seem like it because he walked right up to it.
Oh, but did we? For frick's sake. Can I
Fortunately,
close my
charisma is
eyes?
your best save, so you should be able to make that DC 19.
Yeah. Fucking best. Yeah, laugh it up, you bastards.
Can I
It's
hit him with
like,
the fireball?
you know, you're the character in the Alien movie that goes and play with the egg. And you're like, look at that spider thing. It looks so nice. And then you try to grab it.
The dude in Prometheus. Oh, it's a little snake. Look at the cute snake. Ah!
Okay, 25.
25. You resist the eye of horror. All right.
I tell it to frickin' stop that and give it a frickin' smack on the head. No. But I rolled up newspaper.
The creature ignores you and continues to eat a dead body.
You gotta kill this thing. I'm gonna keep on fireballing that thing.
Oh, yeah,
Well, hang on. So, Ringsight went and Grimorn went. Morg. I'm gonna.
I was shooting it.
You're shooting it. What do you fire?
Sorry. It's, I think roll to hit. Yeah, text.
You're cutting quite a bit.
Did it react at all to me using lay on hands?
It liked it. It tickled.
28 to hit.
28'll hit. Yeah.
Was it still fricking trying to attack me after I used lay on hands?
It's sort of instinctual to throw the eye of horror at anything nearby. This is a.
That was low roll. 13 radiant damage, and it now emits dim light for 10 feet around it and cannot be coming.
Kind of cut out there. I think, unless it was me.
Yeah, he's cutting in and out.
Out.
Hello.
Hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
You're cutting quite a bit long.
13 radiant damage, and the creature now emits 10 feet of dim light and cannot become invisible.
Okay. Well, he wasn't going to turn invisible anyway, but the glow does make him shine a bit. And Orin is going to throw a sneak attack at it.
How could you do this?
He's going to try to finish it off. Damn, I can't roll for shit. Let's see. What's the armor class on this thing? It's not going to be hardened yet. So, let me look what his stats are here.
Look, I know it might seem crazy to try to tame the creature called the Nightmare Beast, but hear me out. You don't know if that's technically the ultimate phase.
He really almost missed that. That's crazy. All right, so even with advantage, even with advantage, he still almost missed. He's gonna hit it for 8d6 though.
Did anyone watch the Superman movie?
Yeah, it was good.
I feel like the scene with the kaiju is happening.
Oh yeah, that one. Let's see, 29 plus 5, 34. 34 and 64 puts it at 98 damage. All right. The creature regenerates. I rolled 23 regeneration, but because it took 51 fire damage, none of it goes through. So you have dampened its regeneration ability. And you see it scabs over instead of regenerating. And the creature whimpers, a little childlike cry, a roar, just born, already under attack.
What is this, a nature documentary?
Life is hard in the wasteland. It's still got some hit points, though, so it's back to the party. Do you want to throw another fireball at it, Grimorn?
Yep.
Wait, I thought I got a turn before that happened.
I didn't really roll initiative. Everybody's going to go and then the creature. I'm just sort of
Dang.
alternating party and then...
Wait, how big is this thing right now?
It can roll his dex.
It's only medium size.
Oh shit! I'm re-rolling a bunch.
Can I cast Denny Plane directly below it?
You can. I think the fireball's going to go off first, though.
Oh, can you not blow me up, please?
He's making you immune while blowing you up.
Plus 19, so 50 fire damage.
All right, 50 fire damage is enough to defeat it. It had 135 hit points. It already had 98 damage. So you obliterate the infant, mutant, winged, regenerating nightmare beast.
Oh man, can I lay on hands?
This
Dead.
this was an egg. Where's the mother?
I thought we already killed the mother.
No. I'm gonna do a survival on it and extract what I can, Ninja.
All right. Unlike an adult, this one has almost nothing of value that you can get from it. It's a very low CR creature.
Okay. Forget about it then.
Wow, that was very helpful. Thank you.
It's edible, though. You can eat the meat.
No, thank you.
You can make a special meal out of this called nightmare veal.
Hey, can I make an Arcana check to figure out why it was a weird mutant?
I don't know, roll it.
I wanted to like be able to test it, you know, to check things while it was still a living thing. But no.
Hey, you got a lot of information. Even though this thing was an infant that only lived for a couple turns, it still showed off several of its mutations.
Mm-hmm. Can I send a quick message to our spotters and to see if they see something else?
Better luck, okay. That is not one nonsense.
There could be a potential like the mother somewhere, and that could be flying as well.
They're keeping an eye out, but all they saw was the battlefield. It's all clear around.
Okay, I got a 27.
Is that a Arcana? All right, 27 Arcana check. So there is a unique energy permeating from this creature, a unique combination of magical effects, both light and dark, and a strange transformation. It's similar in some ways to the modification of an alter self, but it's also similar in some ways to a wild shaping.
So some guy cast magic on its egg.
Well, it's unclear, but you get an inkling of several things, several clues.
Interesting.
In reality, it's radiation from the pristine tower mutated the original nightmare beast that laid this egg.
That's not good.
Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. I brought it up because it was about to become relevant.
Dang you, and your foreshadowing.
Now, the pristine tower makes short-lived, very short-lived mutations. However, this has made an egg-laying nightmare beast. Nightmare beasts tend to reproduce very slowly and in very small numbers, but this one has laid an egg that hatched right here on the spot.
That means there's a chance. Is an egg an object?
Well, it's just eggshells now.
There's an egg an object.
Of course, yeah.
I would like to wait. Do I have? I don't. I never remember. Is it locate object or locate? I have locate creature. I would like to try to locate creature on a nightmare beast.
Ah. It has to be within a distance, doesn't it? Like 1,000 feet?
Yes.
All right. Well, I rolled some percentile dice, and there is a nightmare beast within 1,000 feet.
I've picked up the beast's trail.
All right. Are you going to track down the new location?
Yes, so long as the party allows me to try to catch it.
Huh? To do what?
To examine it and potentially attempt to tame it.
All right. A little ways down the road. Well, there's probably not a road here per se, but, you know, further
A little
to the
ways
northeast,
down the desolate wasteland.
there's a rocky outcropping, and your magic is pulling you towards it. When you get closer, you're going to spot the remains of a mechalot, half-eaten.
Butterfly, the scavenge, if you would.
Butterfly
Very-
brings you close. You're going to notice a clutch of eggs. This time there are 4.
Oh,
I get it.
dear.
Oh my god.
Demi-plane, get in there. Lie now.
You steal the 4 eggs before they can get exploded.
Yoink.
I'm just going to tell you, the Nightmare Beast is quite untamable.
I know.
They have the intellect of a average man, and they are malice defined. They are pure evil.
I do wish you said that before I did this.
You've now got 4 horrifying little monsters in your demi-plane.
In a demi-plane. I'll just chuck the corpse in there as well.
Not sure why you always try to speak and tame the most impossible thing to tame.
I point to my dragon.
Yeah, it's easier to tame that than taming a fucking nightmare creature.
Well, hey, who better than the one who holds the dream stone to tame a nightmare?
I don't think it's because they go in nightmares. I think they have
It's
stuff that
references,
shields
alright.
nightmare.
It's poetry.
You give us a try and, you know, when to kill you in your sleep.
So this is fun. The legend lore on a Nightmare Beast is that there were believed to only be a half dozen in the world. But now there's a mutant one that's laid, what, 5 eggs in the span of a day?
We should probably stop that thing from making more of those.
You got 4 in your possession right now.
What?
Wait, are you destroying the eggs, or are you holding
So
them?
I'm keeping these eggs,
Dimension.
but we don't need, like, more than that.
Are they gonna hatch in your dimension thing and eat your dimension?
We're just gonna, I mean, there's you have an entire battlefield full of scavens. I was just gonna kind of fill the demi-plane with corpses for a bit.
Sounds chaotic evil.
Hey, they already murdered the corpses. This is, waste not, want not. Wait a second. This was in the camp of Wrath, right?
No, this is just out in the desert. Just a battlefield.
Have the eggs hatched already, or they look like they're about to hatch?
No, they did not look like they were about to hatch like the first one was. These ones were not, they were not moving or shaking or doing anything weird.
We have become extremely sidetracked. Oh well. I wonder if the Order would be interested in these things. It seems like the kind of thing they would be interested in.
So, the trail of this thing seems to be leading to the west towards the mountains.
Shall we carry on?
Well, hold on, hold on. Let's talk about looting. The eggs were not the only thing here. I did mention a dead mechalot.
Yeah, I took it.
Now, Oren's not here, so I will speak for Oren, and he'll say, that mechalot meat, it's pretty fresh. It looks like it died within the day. Mechalot meat sells for a lot. Maybe we should carve some of that up.
Did the Mechalot not have any cargo on it? Or we
No,
made
it seems like it was a wild mechalot.
Oh, okay.
The mechalot is fearsome, but it didn't stand a chance against the mutant nightmare beast.
We don't know
Oh,
where the parent of
Mechalot.
those eggs are, right? Where?
You said Mechalot, and the image conjured in my mind was a kank.
No, the Mechalot is those like super huge, ginormous, mind-controlled beasts normally that
Yeah, that was thing.
they transport it for our war creatures. I mean, I guess I roll survival to harvest Mechalot.
All right. What did you roll?
Hey, what is the Eye of Horror thing that the Nightmare Beast does? What was that?
22.
It's a psychic attack. Okay, 220 pounds of mechalot meat. You're rich.
220 pounds?
Mechalots are quite large. There's a lot of meat here.
Into the demi-plane it goes.
Well,
So are you gonna put that on your character sheet?
Morg's got it. If he wants to give it to you to throw on the demi-plane.
Can I have like 50 pounds of that?
Sure.
Thank you.
Mark down 170 pounds of
Mechalot meat's worth 150 CP per pound. So 220 pounds of mechalot meat. What's that come out to?
what was it? 100. what,
220 times 150 is 33,000 ceramic pieces. So that's 330 gold worth of meat.
Wait, in fact,
It's heavy but valuable. You gonna stuff it in your bag of holding?
Because that would be easier.
That also preserves it because there's no air in there. That is one of the most valuable meats in the world. Kier and Cloud Ray and fish are worth more. Cloud Ray is the top one. Fish is second. Kier is
Yo,
third.
Cloud Ray.
holding is at a little bit over half past.
So Mechalot is like the fourth most valuable meat in Athos.
Did Nightmare Beasts do anything like particularly interesting?
Nightmares. They're a psionic creature.
That's every creature. Be more specific.
They are very fear-based. They use a lot of psionic fear effects on people. Fortunately, the party eats their hero's feast, which makes you immune to fear effects. Otherwise, this thing could debilitate most of the party just by gazing at them.
Do creatures and eggs dream?
No.
Very philosophical.
No.
That'd be interesting. It's before you're freaking born. I'm tampering with your brain.
I don't think his brain is formed enough.
Now
He's
I'm
just
a
acting
real
on instinct
Pokemon.
when they're born just to consume as much as they can.
Now I'm a real Pokemon trainer.
They probably get to full size and full intelligence fairly quick, though. It's like a baby deer where it's born and then it can already like run within a couple minutes.
Already feasting on the brains of the innocent.
And because of this thing's regeneration ability, it was actually growing to full size incredibly fast when there was available meat. This thing seems to be intentionally leaving its eggs surrounded by dead meat that the eggs can feed on. So it's smart enough to know that it's got to feed its young so that they'll thrive in this environment.
Speaking of, since this area was apparently within like 1,000 feet, I'm just gonna drag a lot of the meat from the battle site into the demi-plane to make up for the stuff lost from not taking all of the metal up.
Okay. So there's no sign of the mutant here.
Locate creature. Where the frick is it?
You cast another locate creature. It seems to have moved further towards the mountains.
No, I was still using the same locate creature. This thing lasts for like an hour.
This time it is moving quickly, and it's at the extent of your ability to track it.
Alright, I've had my fill of peace. Are you lot ready for a hunt?
Yes. Final actual combat.
Let's go.
Theater of the mind.
So the Nightmare Beast gets into the mountains, and it becomes very difficult to track it. Does anybody want to make a survival check to try to track the creature in the mountains?
Yeah.
Track it.
There's no longer a lot of sandy footprints to follow. Now it's moving across rocks, hopping from boulder to boulder. It doesn't leave much of a trail at all.
Like
It grows.
23.
23.
I am. Yeah, I got 21.
21.
I'll assist you more.
You don't find the Nightmare Beast, but you find a cave.
Oh, can I roll that in?
These things somehow know we're after it.
That.
Here's 23. We find a cave. Alright.
Cave in the
It's a nice
mountains.
cave.
There's some indication that it passed through a claw mark on the wall, maybe.
Let's fly in. You want to send your magical eye inside and see?
I feel like doing that just like would slow us down and give it time to get out of range of locate creature.
Alright.
Okay, creature still active. Alright.
Yes.
Up to an hour, he says.
And is it in?
Let me double check.
It seems to be deep in the cavern.
Okay.
Describe or name a creature. This move here use instruction of creature. If the creature is moving, you know the direction it's moving. The spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature for certain kinds, such as human. Users as you see such creature boats up, creatures striking. So long as there's no like wait. The spell can't locate a creature if running water at least 10 feet wide blocks a direct path. Yeah, right. In Athos.
Unlikely. Does solid rock obstruct it?
No.
Solid rock does not obstruct it. Then you can sense it in the cave somewhere.
I suppose it's not going to be of much use to try to call it out.
How big is that cave?
Rather large.
I'm still riding Butterfly, and Butterfly has like blind sight and true sight like 60 feet around himself.
Here in the mountains, a massive network of large and deep caves runs extensively under the mountain. Extensive, large tunnels go off in various directions. Do you continue towards it?
Yes.
The party? The party advances. What's your lighting situation? Who can see?
I can see within 10 feet of myself because of blind sight.
Then you're in the dark. You're going to have trouble navigating in the cave if you cannot see.
I'm relying on Butterfly to guide our quest.
Or if
Also, the
Orin
guy
has
who's
dark
a living
vision.
torch. I think the Human Torch can also help.
Yeah, I don't think Orin has dark vision. He's going to have to rely on a torch or something.
But he's the Human Torch. He's right there.
Krius, are you there?
Yep.
Are you going to do something about the darkness?
There's a darkness that showed up.
You are in a cave, I mean.
Oh, but I'm lighting up.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
I always have my torch on me.
So, Ramorn pulls out a torch, illuminating the cave. Now you can see that there are several directions you can go.
I have my lantern attached to my staff. So.
Which of these 4 caves is going to lead to your quarry?
Okay, creature.
You can sense the direction, but you don't know which way he went.
Bastards.
Choose a cave. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Any, survival check I can make?
Yeah, you could try it. You could roll a track. Roll your survival to see if he left any markings that indicate which way he went.
Do it with guidance.
Are we stealthing in to get sneak attacks on this thing? Because they test it, right?
Oh, 31.
Well, Will is sneaking for sure. That's automatic.
So 31 more?
Okay, you can see that there seems to be a scratch on the ground on cave number 2. He might have gone that way.
It's most likely that way.
Wait, not so fast. Summon air elemental.
All right, you summon an elemental. You travel down that passageway, and it eventually comes to another large cavern that has numerous exits, maybe an up, a down, a left, and a forward. So you'll have to pick from these 4 possible exits again.
Perception?
This feels like a trap.
You're rolling a perception. What do you get?
I get my minimum, which is 21.
21. All right. With a 21 perception, you're going to spot something in the corner of this large cave.
What does it look like?
It looks like 2 large eggs.
Oh, come on.
I pointed to you guys. If we're not careful, we're gonna be surrounded by these creatures. Can we smash them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to put them in my Pokeball. I almost have a complete set.
No.
Although I don't know how. Hang on. I need to double check how Deadly Playing works.
Thing in your PC.
I think if
Morgan,
you
you
open it back
wanna-
up, the creature would fall out. And the eggs would fall out.
You want to try to trail that creature this time?
Like more survival checks?
Yeah.
Door is large enough. No, the door leads for damage. Well, no, this is a large egg, yeah? Like large size?
Not size large. I'm just saying it's like an ostrich egg.
Okay.
27.
27 is for that.
Okay. You can tell that the creature went down into a deep pit. There are some scratch marks as he clung to the wall as he descended.
We're gonna head towards there.
All right, you're going deep into the Underdark at this point. You're going to come to another cave. This cave has but 3 exits. And you can hear the sound of flowing water.
Oh, for frick's sake, what?
But what?
Oh, my battery charger
Running
finished.
water in Athos.
Oh. 27 survival.
All right. With a 27 survival, you can tell that the first cave is the direction that he went.
We're gonna head towards there. Is that where the sound of the water's coming from?
No, it's in the opposite direction of the water. All right, so you move away from the sound of water into the first cave, and when you get in there, it's eerily quiet.
As opposed to the rest of the caves.
Now, Orin is sneaking around.
Perception?
You have plus 10 on stealth. Passive entries.
21 perception.
Perception. 31 perception. Please keep the creature.
You don't see the creature, but you do find a secret exit. Hidden behind some boulders. There's another passage out of this room.
I think this thing's trying to make us impatient.
It goes down a long, long way into the Underdark.
Okay.
Can I still sense it with locate creature?
So you've entered a large straightaway, a downhill, and it seems to have taken flight and gone into a dive, and at that very moment it leaves your range and you lose track of it.
Are we continuing with this?
This horrible mutation has escaped into the Underdark.
We can't get it anymore?
It'd be irresponsible to not try.
You did try it, got away. It's escaped.
Like, frick.
It moves 160, so it's just way faster than you are.
Alright. Well, can we go back to where the water is?
Okay, you backtrack, you go to the third cave, and you find a fresh spring flowing out of the rock wall. It pools in front of you. It looks fairly clean and drinkable.
Going to let's do a small ritual to purify food and drink.
All right, you purify the water to make sure it's not toxic, poisonous, full of bacteria.
Is there any fish in it?
Are there fish in this water? Oh my god, there is actually 2 fish in this water.
Should catch them and breed them. Something.
Weird, translucent underground fish swimming in an underwater pool.
Are they male fish and girl fish?
I would assume so.
Okay, right. Okay. This is gonna be a very weird decision. I'm going to use legend lore on these fish. They're incredibly rare. We've never seen anything like it before.
There's no legend about these fish. They are just fish.
One of the fish is called Adam and the other one Eve.
They were born in this underground spring. They will die in this underground spring unless intervention from above.
Where would like what the hell, man? Like fish is the first time we've seen fish, no?
No, you found some fish before. They're...
This is like excessively rare what we're looking at, though.
Yeah, a couple of cave fish. You don't find it very often.
I would demi-plane right now, but I can't.
Well, we have some water. Which is neat.
I want to put them in like a little box so we can take them. but that feels like I've had like a aquarium of fish before. It didn't end well.
Hmm.
Yeah, especially if you put your fish in a box. That generally doesn't work.
Chicken, it's a magic box.
Let's go back to the surface and keep on going where we're heading.
Do you have a container that you can fit these fish in?
Are you going? Okay, I need to ask.
Bag of holding.
Are
They
you
would
going
not
to,
survive, but they'd be fresh.
Are you going to like needle me about like you didn't take care of their storage space? They died or something?
What do you mean? The eggs, the fish? What are you talking about?
Fish. Like if I take like a glass box and put them in here, are they just gonna die because we took them outside or something?
Well, I'm pretty sure you don't have a glass box. So that's sort of a moot point.
Okay. Does anyone else have a glass box or something?
Nope.
No.
Dang it! All I have is these empty glass vials. That's not enough room for a fish.
I mean, if you have something full of water, I don't know, do any of you carry like a bowl?
I have.
A bowl, a
besides to,
mess
like,
kit?
eat while camping. But you wouldn't like throw that in a bag of holding with a cup of water and a fish. I think it would still die even if you had a cup of water with fish.
Like, if you could transport it, you could get it back to the airship and take care of it, maybe. Because you could put it into one of your tons of water and it would swim around in the water that you drink, pooping.
A worthy price to pay. I guess I could demi-plane them, but that doesn't really help.
No, that would probably kill them.
I wonder how you'd aerate the water. That would be tricky.
I don't know, I have the power of air. Why can't I do it?
You have your...
You have a water cleric, right?
You could have your water cleric do something, aerate the water somehow.
I'm trying to find which of my items would be the least of a freaking cop-out in this situation.
They probably have a water cantrip that would do the trick.
Water. With air. Like,
All right.
Does anyone else have like a bowl or something?
you have our typical mess kit type of stuff.
Well, I guess come to think of it, we have like we have bowls on the ship, so we could just go there and come back.
Said we have mess kit have a bowl. And
Let's just
cup.
go to the ship and get an appropriate container for this situation.
Yeah, the ship has those tons of water. That's a big thing of water. 200 gallons. More than enough for a fish to swim around in.
Oh, also, Ninja, I take the eggs and I take them to the demi-plane portal that's still up and I put them in there.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 eggs we found.
So what's that, 7 now?
That is 6 eggs. I would have had 7, but 1 died.
Yep, 1 dead, 6 alive.
Why are you keeping mutated demon spawn?
To play Pokemon.
Very nightmarish, evil, demonic version of Pokemon you're playing.
So Shin Megami Tensei.
I'm not.
It's a thing. Look it up.
Okay.
It's like Persona, but meaner.
These nightmare beasts are really cool, but they're supposed to be super duper rare. And so this is like an interesting way to make them more common. Plus I needed a monster that could both fly and be relatively dangerous to an 18th level party.
What are these freaking nightmare dragons?
Pretty much, they are now. They got wings.
Can I wild shape it? No, I saw it.
They are too high a CR. You could wild shape into the infant one that you saw.
That always struck me as weird when you turn into like baby monsters to try to get around the CR cap. Are you like de-aging yourself in this situation?
I guess.
Well, if the Flame King grow very large in very short span of time just by eating that cow.
I guess so.
That thing went from
It's
small to
my
medium in a
fault, I
minute. And they eventually get to huge.
Hey, is there air inside of the demiplane?
I don't
The
think so.
CR when it eats and
I think the demiplane is like out of phase or something, because like things go in it and then they just fall out after the spell ends.
They do not fall out after the spell ends.
I thought that was the whole deal.
No.
I thought at the end of the spell they would pop out.
When the spell ends, the door disappears and any creatures or objects inside the demiplane remain trapped there.
each time you cast the spell, you create a new demi. Or have a
Or you
shiny
access a
but
previous
demi plane
demiplane.
you've already created. Additionally, if you know the nature and contents of the demi created by casting the spell, can by another creature have a shadowy door connect to their demi plane. So it's a Sharingan portal thing.
A what?
It's from memory.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
So I guess it does have wood. Or not wood. It has air in it. It appears to be an empty room 30 feet in each dimension made of wood or stone.
Go with stone. I don't want them breaking reality.
So the creatures inside would remain awake and aware and sentient. They're not like in stasis or anything.
Nope, you just live here now. I put you in a Pokeball. Which has extreme torture potential.
Would they potentially starve to death eventually?
Yeah, but I put a bunch of meat in there so that wouldn't happen, hopefully.
They're just gonna grow very fucking massive now. While trapped in there.
They would get too big to fit. And then I'm not sure what would happen. I guess they would get as big as they can. Your demiplane is just going to be
30 foot long, wide, and tall.
Yeah, they're huge. So 6 of them in a 30-foot box is going to be a tight fit.
Oh yeah, you only put them in what? You only did one demi-plane per, like, you put like 5 eggs in, or no, 4 eggs in one and then 2 more eggs in another.
Well, they're all 6 are in the same one. I can't cast the spell that many times.
Wait, then how'd you get the other 2 when we went to a different location?
The duration is an hour, and he went back. He dragged it back because it was within 1,000 feet.
Okay, I have a plan to fix this problem. I'm gonna just have the this doesn't help me as much as I thought it did actually.
Wait, you just left the door open for the full 1 hour when we left?
Yeah, fortunately, none of those eggs hatched in that time.
I closed it. That doesn't turn off the spell.
Oh, you can just reopen it within the hour? It's not like
In
concentration,
the
right?
spot I opened it, yeah.
Oh, in the spot that you opened it? Okay.
Yeah, so I had to head back. I thought to myself, well, maybe I can just position the air elemental inside of it, and then he can tell me. But how is he gonna do that from inside the other dimension? I think I'm just gonna have to make my bet on this one. I think I'm just gonna have to stay in the demi-plane for a bit.
Can you do that? Can you get inside your own demiplane?
I mean, nothing's stopping you. We just have to open it again, and then it opens to.
Is this like an
I didn't
upgraded
think of
version of the camp spell that makes a little bubble around you? This is like an even better version that's in another dimension. That's how safe it is.
I don't know what happens if you enter your own demiplane, actually.
Now, can somebody inside open the door? Because if you can't open the door from the inside, then it would be bad to go into it. But it would also make
Okay,
it
hang on,
unsafe
hang
to
on.
have creatures in it because they could leave.
Okay, I have a solution to this. I can just plane shift out of it afterwards back to the ship.
Shenanigans. All right.
So I'll just stay
Doors
there.
only
until
large
they catch
enough
me.
to allow medium creatures to pass on it.
All right.
So if you open it again and the creatures are huge, they would have an issue going through the door.
Meanwhile,
At
can
that
we?
time, I can plane shift them out of the door.
I don't think they can
Well-
get that big because there's 6 of them and they're all going to grow to size large and then they're all going to be squeezing. And a large creature can squeeze through a medium door and they're all going to be pressed up against each other so they can't get any bigger than that until they get outside.
They could kill each other, but I'm not sure if they do that.
Yeah, are they
Nightmare
gonna cannibalize
beasts
each other to get one big one.
probably would do that, but I don't know.
I'd probably just hit them until they stop doing that.
You don't know what's going on in the freaking demiplane.
That's why I'm going inside the demiplane to watch them.
You're gonna be in there when they what?
I can teleport out.
I think I prefer the idea of a bunch of hungry medium-sized ones. Like, they can't get big because there's nothing to eat. They get a little bigger than when they come out of the egg, but not that much bigger.
Oh, he left corpses in there with them.
Oh, yeah. Well, they could eat that. So they'd probably fight over the food.
How best to avoid this?
I don't know. One of them died. Now there were 5. The remaining 5 ate up all the meat and the dead one.
What? Wait, what? All ready?
What are you gonna do?
Wait, no, hold on. I wasn't prepared for this. I haven't thought of a counter plan yet. Oh, how
I
long
wasn't
has it been?
prepared for cannibalism.
I will. Listen, this was kind of spontaneous, alright? I wasn't expecting my Pokemon to start eating each other.
Oh boy, that's pretty dark. Can you imagine if your Pikachu ate your Diglett or something?
No.
That would be so traumatizing. Ash would open up his Pokeball. He'd be like, no!
This is why you
wouldn't
keep
even
each Pokemon in separate Pokeballs.
Yep.
I don't have that many Pokeballs. I only had the one. This is not going great. Yet. Hopefully.
When will it? Would it ever become great?
Hopefully soon.
Oh my god.
Okay, how long has it been since that happened?
An hour. Probably doesn't take that long to go into the Underdark and back.
Oh fuck.
Okay. I have to wait 7 more hours until I can open this again.
Can we keep on our way?
All right. You return to
Yeah,
the airship and you continue to travel to the northeast. You pass Dradge. You cross the vast, glowing desert. You pass Fort Ral. You're moving past the ruins of Spoil and past Ravage. And past this little volcano here that just appeared today.
Yep.
That was not on the map yesterday. Oh, look at that
I'm
plume.
sorry, what did you say? I was
As,
busy writing down my creature collection.
as you're flying
Come on,
along,
what
there's
did you
just
do?
a new volcano emerging out of the ground near Azith.
What?
Why did you do this?
That's
Yes.
not
Are you
supposed to be
summoning
there.
fire here?
Maybe all those earthquakes caused a little bit of
Exactly.
tectonic activity.
Hey,
little bit of-
while you're mentioning that, actually, I could use, now that there's that big volcano there, I could use a demi-plane and move those magmen.
What?
Nah. Grimorn likes his magmen right where they are. Those are part of his temple.
They are not moving from there.
Okay. Man, I'm having fun being a Pokemon trainer, actually. I kind of... Okay, besides the deck, that was unexpected, but this has worked out a lot better in theory than I expected it to. That being at all.
All right. So during your day of travel, you probably have to camp, and then the next day you're going to continue traveling, and you don't encounter anything except large flocks of vultures that are flying around.
I gotta
Flying
talk to
around.
I gotta talk to our engineers. I had an idea. We need something a better defense against hair attack.
Wyverns and stuff.
Yeah, and I was thinking about first, there's the harpoon.
You've got 6 siege weapons. Those are pretty good. They do a lot of damage.
No, I know, but a harpoon could be cool too.
Oh, yeah. Something with ropes so you can hook things.
Exactly. And then the other thing I was thinking about, like when you're getting attacked by a drake or something like that, if we had like a way to project maybe with 2 harpoons or something like that shoots a net.
That was a problem with the Wyvern Rider fight, because when you killed the one, it dropped like 400 feet immediately, and
Yeah.
you couldn't do anything to grab it.
No, but yeah, exactly. But you can use a net for both ways. You can try to capture something and have it kept on a rope, or you can just shoot a net and entangle a flying creature, and it's not going to be able
crap.
to fly, and then it just.
Okay, well, when you put into port in Azith's Rest, you can talk to the merchants about getting some ballista harpoons and ropes. You can stock up on those, and then next time you encounter an air creature, you can try to hook it.
Yeah.
And go sky fishing, I guess.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of other flying creatures we've met before, so you gotta be careful about that.
You
The
probably
other
would
thing-
not want to use one of those on a cloud ray, because they're so big they might be able to jerk the
Yeah,
ship around.
They're gonna drag us. No, but drakes and things like that.
Drakes are,
Maybe
yeah.
a very convenient thing.
You haven't encountered one in the air in a while, not since you were up in the mountains.
Where
Although
else are you gonna find the cloud ray?
you're by a volcano, so there's a possibility of a fire drake nearby.
Yeah, I'd like to have my own fire drake. Be able to fly on that thing.
Took a long time for Ringsight to train his at the Scion Academy.
Yeah, well,
Speaking of, has a day passed yet, so I can check on my horrible horrors?
I'd like something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, a day has passed.
Okay, let me fly over to like a cave, so if I let them go and they start rushing the door, they don't break everything.
Are you gonna drop them?
What do you mean drop them?
Like a bomb, like airdrop.
No. I'm just flying down to some secluded area where I can open the door, and if they start running off, I can like stop them with butterfly and my powers.
Okay. Is the rest of the party there?
I would invite them there because if something goes
No,
wrong,
I think you can deal with them. That's it's your business. You've been insisting on this, Why? Are you concerned that these evil creatures might decide to kill you?
So he's releasing the ravenous mutated nightmare beasts from his demi-plane by opening the door. In a secluded location.
Yes.
Alright, they're immediately hostile. You are food.
That calm emotion. Stop that. Wait, is
They're
hunger
not. They're
count?
not angry. You're they're not angry at you.
Okay, sanctuary. Also, butterflies and higher presence.
But before you release them, you're telling me you're releasing them? Like you're like, hey, I invite you. I'm releasing these nightmare creatures.
I mean, they're not all allowed to exit the thing at once. They're squeezing through a very small door.
Oh,
And
you-
it's not
wisdom
exactly like I'm
save.
When one
trying
comes
to
out.
release them. Actually, I should probably clarify that. I'm not just chucking them out of the portal, out of the demi-plane. Like, I need them to stay there long enough to freaking say words at them.
Why don't we do a detour to Eldritch, and then you can drop your box on that city.
So in the languages category, this monster just has a little dash. Pretty sure that means they don't talk.
Okay, even when they grow, they're still stupid.
They're pure instinct, rage, and hunger.
Oh,
Uh,
perfect.
They have an int of 10, but it's just enough intelligence to
What?
be cunning about hunting.
That's not what cunning means.
Smart to hunt in like groups and shit. Like use human teamwork or
You
something.
said cunning. You said they become like level 10 intelligence. Okay, they're as smart as a human, but all they know is murder. Maybe
They are as smart as a human, but they are still just a beast with beast needs like eating and reproducing.
That is not what smart as a human means.
Yeah. Actually, that's...
Well, tactically, they could potentially like outsmart a human. They could use some pack tactics. They could use stealth. They could use their environment to their advantage intelligently, even though they don't understand languages or civilization or technology.
Okay, delay this plan. I need some kind of cage structure first.
They're also powerful psychics and incredibly chaotic evil.
Okay, I should probably clarify. Why are they chaotic? Like, what is the reason for this?
They were born
Because
evil.
That's what they are.
That's
what they
their
are.
nature.
The Mechalot isn't.
But anyways, you were saying that you only like release one, and then as soon as they squeeze through, you close the door and see how it reacts. And start like trying to kill them if they're super evil.
More like make it stop freaking thrashing about if it's super evil.
It would have been so much easier if we would have killed them while they were eggs.
So they are immediately hostile, and they're pretty hard to calm down. Although this one is still like newborn, and its stats are nerfed, and it didn't have a chance to eat much.
Okay. Do persuasion checks work on these creatures, or would it be an animal handling check?
It would be an animal handling check, most likely, because it doesn't have any kind of language.
I can
Okay,
do.
unfortunately, I suck at that.
I
but
will
can-
try. I have a plus 11.
Oh, I thought you weren't here. I thought you pissed off.
He
I'm
said you
just-
can handle it on your own, but he didn't say he wasn't there.
This is gonna go out of hand. I'm gonna have to start healing. I'm gonna try animal handling. Oh, 29.
29. All right, what do you want to handle it to do?
I want it to calm down and to trust.
Okay, well, it seems like the creature is hungry, and you'll need to calm it with food.
Throw some meat at it.
No. You don't know how to handle animals. You don't throw.
All right, I'll leave it to you.
I am going to try to feed it, but approach it in a safe manner, because I want to build trust between that creature and me. I know it's evil, But I'm gonna stand straight because that creature needs to understand that I'm fucking stronger than he is.
Mm.
A little bit of a domination in a way.
All right. Well, it seems like it's going to let you approach until the last second, and then it betrays your trust by attacking you with the Eye of Horror attack. DC 19 Charisma saving throw.
I'm gonna deflect it on him by using.
You're
my
gonna
shield.
what? Oh, your shield can do that?
Yep. Once a day.
Okay. Reflected back. He takes 4 psychic damage and grunts.
And then I tell it to I smack it on the head and I tell it to sit and eat.
All right, it's eating. It does not move forward.
This creature is not going to be a good creature to train. You're gonna have to take a decision, ringside.
What decision is that? Sorry, what?
I think that what we could do is a life sacrifice to the Lord of Flames. It's up to you, but you have some nightmare creatures in your bag.
Surely I have an idea. I want to try something.
I try to feed it, and I've approached it, and it betrayed me already. And I don't have the patience, and I'm not going to be spending the time on trying to train an absolutely evil, out of control creature.
Can I cast telepathic bound on this thing?
What spell? Telepathic bond?
Yes.
Telepathic bond. Rary's telepathic bond. You forge a telepathic link among up to 8 willing creatures of your choice within range. You can communicate whether or not they have a common language. Okay. I guess that'll work.
Okay, establish link. What's it doing?
Okay, you establish a link. The genetic memory of the mutant nightmare beast is that it has perpetual rage and hatred towards all things, and a hunger, a deep abiding hunger, and it must consume all things. Its rage implores that it consume all things. It wants to angrily eat everything. How dare anything exist except me? I must eat everything.
It's fucking chaos.
Why?
Because
I can think back at it. I can express my own thoughts. That's dumb. Don't do that. Relax.
You sense within its mind the idea of an agonizing raise. It's thinking about an explosion of defiler energy that will absorb all of the life force around it.
As like an ancestral, as like a dream, or like what?
No, it's just thinking about consuming all the life force around it in an agonizing raise, just because it can.
You're saying this thing is a defiler?
It is a
Of the sort?
natural defiler.
this thing is chaos.
Can we throw these things at a defiler, sorcerer king?
I mean, you could. It wouldn't have any special features against a defiler. It's just something that can also defile.
It's pure evil, man. Like, it's like
Hold on.
This thing is like several notches beyond just evil. This is like evil times evil times evil.
Ninja. Okay, like from 1 to like 100, what is the chance that we'll ever be able to make sense of that thing?
To tame it, 0.
There you go.
I mean,
I wanted to do what?
it would be super evil if it wasn't a horrifying mutation.
I want to try something. Okay, well, I want to do something before we just.
The
do it.
mutations probably affect its brain as well, so it's got a deranged, warped, cancerous mind on top of everything else.
There you go.
Okay, calm emotions. I want to see what happens when I take its anger away. No resisting.
Yeah, I mean, you can suppress its angry hunger for a while, I guess.
Okay, what does it have when I take that off?
When deprived of anger, sleepiness.
Eh, it just turns off.
Yeah, well, when you encountered that last one after it had fed, it was just sleeping in a cave.
Eh,
Please, just give it mercy. Give it mercy. This is life of torture, what it's living through.
okay.
Agony of
Uh,
constant
for-
torture and
For your
chaos.
help with letting me make sure of that, you can burn them all in a sacrifice to the Lord of Flame.
Well, that sounds quite perfect.
Uh,
Surprised you don't really like try to sacrifice anything though.
I think the best way would be to open the door over the volcano and let them fall in it.
Yeah, let's do that.
yeah.
Let's do that.
Well, I have to do that tomorrow because he needs to get back in there first.
Let's shove it in. Can't you do that?
How far are we on the map? We actually
I can only
as
open the
rest already?
demi plane once
Yeah, we're at the
every
rest.
day.
You're by the
Every
volcano. Not quite.
I can't open it out. I can't change where the demi plane appears once I put it somewhere.
Yeah, so
Ah,
he'd
but
need to do
it's-
another one.
It's sleepy right now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't. Yeah, then I have to move it back into the room and then respawn the room later.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Just quickly open the door, telepathic shove, shut the door.
All right. You shove the weak, starving infant back into the room.
Shut the frick up.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go and dump them in the volcano.
That's a good disposal method. Right in the lava.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect it to be like that. Like, I had a feeling that this was a lost cause. Probably. Maybe. I didn't expect that level of lost cause.
This thing is the most evil monster in Dark Sun.
Like, a beholder is a nightmare creature, but beholders are kind of sad. They're all paranoid.
It's like called a nightmare beast. What are you expecting?
This one is legendary for being evil.
I don't know, a creature called a nightmare beast could eat nightmares.
Taro, you remind me of Diamond Dragon. Naturally puts himself in like suicidal positions trying to do a thing.
From what series?
This one?
It's like we played this one and then he left. And we also played a different, like a earlier campaign, Darkest Dungeon, and he would just regularly try to paladin his way. You're gonna save things, even though the chance of saving the thing is 0, and pretty much get himself.
The downsides are massive. Especially the existence of this thing. Killing the eggs immediately was probably the best option.
Like, there's no way I'm taming this nightmare thing. Let me burn 8th level spells for no reason to hold them for a while.
Yeah, we're just doing travel across the world, so, you can use those high-level
I did
spells.
think, even if I couldn't tame it, in an emergency situation, I could just go, interesting argument you have, Archvillain. However, counterpoint, 5 nightmare beasts.
Yeah, that would definitely be fun to pop these out at random just for chaos.
Yeah, but they require food to live, so that's kind of not feasible.
Nope.
Oh well, I still
they
have
can
my
survive
Velvet
without-
Horror that I kidnapped.
Wait, you what?
Oh, you're not there for that.
I don't remember you having an Eldritch War. What do you mean?
Uh, during that time where the skeletons were raiding, I shoved one of the horrible tentacle creatures they spawned into a teddy plane.
Well, Ninja, let's go.
Oh, you mean the star spawn? Dragoth's
Yeah.
creatures.
Oh, those, I remember. Okay, you have one of those?
Yes.
So we're gonna fly over that volcano, Ninja. And we'll do a quick ceremony and drop them down into the volcano.
All right. And then you're going to go to Azith, and then we'll do Azith's Rest next week. Or not next week, the week after.
What's
in Azith's Rest? That's the first town to talk to the dude.
This can be an opportunity for those 10 lowly paladins.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right.
To see the fire god in action.
They can meet with all the priestesses, the water priestesses, and maybe they will take a liking to water clerics.
Yeah, but can we give them a little bit of a show of sacrifice and the power of the Lord of Flame?
Sure.
That's what I was saying.
Let's save that for next week, too, though. It's already past midnight.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot.
Well, next week won't be a game, so...
Yeah, okay. Well, the week after that.
Okay, so, Ninja, since we're gonna take a little break there, is it possible to do a quick teleport here and do put a few orders like we were talking about?
Well, we already have everything planned out, so we have to get to Hogele for you to access the portal.
Well, I can actually teleport myself.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could just teleport yourself.
Yeah.
Alright, discuss this later. My brain is turning off.
Yeah, good night.
I'll send you the list tomorrow, the list of mats that I have, and then maybe we can just talk about the stuff that can be made out of those mats.
Sure. Did you see that list of Nightmare Beast items that you can craft using the components?
No. Where did you post that somewhere?
Yeah, I put it in the chat. Let's see if I can find it here. Nightmare crafting. I'll post it again. So I wanted these things to be more.
Excel sheet thing, the picture.
I wanted these things to be more common, and since they're going to be more common, you can craft things out of their parts. You can make tattoos. You can make totems. You can powder the teeth. You can make boots. You can make armors. You can make a sandstorm mask. You can make a weapon. You can make a gauntlet. You can make a spear or lance. You can make a fetish. So a variety of items that can only be crafted using parts from a Nightmare Beast.
Okay. +1 gold piece.
And some of these have interesting little bits of lore, like prolonged use of the Mask of the Beast Dream causes you to have disturbing dreams and develop nervous tics.
I'm gonna have to read that. But I have mats to make armors too, and a few other things as well. We did bring a little bit of that platinum as well, so maybe we can do something with that. That would be quite valuable.
Yeah, metal that doesn't exist anywhere else on Athos.
Yeah. Well, that could be used for a magical key or a magical something. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have that much of it, so it wouldn't be a very big object. So it'd have to be something a little bit special, I think.
Yeah. Boy, that would be a valuable trade commodity. You could probably sell that for a lot.
I know. Well, it's like completely unique to the world.
Yep, priceless.
So I gotta think about, is that something we're gonna keep for ourselves as a very special item, or part of a mechanism of something, or yeah, maybe a very valuable item to trade.
Probably better to craft something out of it, but I can't think of what.
No, I'll think of something. we'll see. Take a little bit of time for that, but I copied the mats that I have, and then we should be able to. I'll send that to you, and then I'll put an order in.
Sounds good. I'm gonna end the stream there. Thanks for watching out there in Twitch.